for Mississippi State.
Yeah, and the bad news for Mississippi State is that they did not get enough yardage to have your full regular formation for punting. Your punter's going to have his heels at the back of the end zone. You'd like to have a little bit more than what they have right here. He's going to be a yard short of the back of the end zone or so.
Keelan Crimmins with the punt. Nose of the football down. Comes down at the 47-yard line and hit immediately. The ball came loose. McKinstry couldn't hang on to it. Let's see who recovered it. Deshaun Page was there for Mississippi State. They're still wrestling. No signal, and now it's going to be Alabama football. An official signaling after the 42-yard punt that the Crimson Tide maintained possession.
Yeah, averting disaster here. He never fielded that ball cleanly. No. That ball came through his arms and his legs before he was hit. That was actually a punt.
Oh, somebody from TCU is leaving on the stretch.
We got a timeout on the field. When we come back, our partner's cooking. We'll look at Rod's recipe for Mississippi State's success in a minute.
Don't go to TCU. Don't go to TCU.
Wade makes a move. First down, and then some. Out of bounds at the 12. Ashton stands.
So you're gonna get a lot of people streaming in right now, dog, because that Alabama game is on ESPN News. So if you don't have that station, everybody tuning in right now.
LSU's corners are still playing super soft coverage, man.
Judkins down inside the 10 to the 6-yard line. Same personnel stays on the field for Ole Miss.
So Georgia almost lost that, boy.
Substitute defensively.
Almost doesn't count.
Got a one-on-one matchup to the top of the screen.
That'd have been an easy 20, huh? Easy.
It's a first down. He's down to the 1-yard line. Whit Weeks, Andre Sam, they were there. They saved a touchdown, but it's first and goal.
Just straight bully ball, running it right down the pipe.
Oh, missing the score.
And they do. Judkins gets the push. There's a pile up at the 1-yard line. LSU gets the stop on first and goal. Sage Ryan came up to make first contact. And now LSU's going to try and
Ole Miss done, man. Can't wait no more.
Yeah, don't underestimate how that hit in the backfield by Sage Ryan
LSU
can
gonna
impact
run
the
the
running
clock.
back.
Quarterback sneak. Jackson Dart gets the push. Flags down. He's in for a touchdown. I think LSU again had too many men on the field trying to scramble guys off and on, substituting without Ole Miss substituting.
Illegal substitution on the defense. That penalty is declined. Results of the play, touchdown.
So there is the touchdown for Ole Miss. 5:06 to go.
It don't matter.
And they will now try the point after.
It don't matter.
Down by 3.
And here's the touchdown. Just a quarterback sneak. They tried to bring in a little.
No matter what you go for. 201.
See that Bama game back up, man.
Go to getfridayplans.com.
Bama still commercial.
Fort Worth.
We still commercial.
LSU is going to be caught with too many men on the field, but the point after attempt is good. Now this would be a half the distance to the goal penalty.
Illegal substitution on the defense. That penalty is declined. Results of the play, the try is good.
And even going half the distance, there's no math.
They
So a
back up.
2-point try makes sense.
Let's go.
Yeah.
In a row, you better have a recipe. Shock and awe. Do something early to throw Alabama off. Make them feel the crowd, feel the energy, and rattle Milroe. They've already sacked him twice. We've had a muff punt so far on schedule.
Checked a couple of boxes already. 1st and 10 for Bama. Milroe hands it off. McClellan straight ahead. Brought down by Nathaniel Watson. How does that 3-3-5 scheme match up against the way Alabama plays up front?
It
what?
doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's not good.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
On the handoff, it's going to be McClellan again. This time stopped up by Sean Preston.
No way, run.
Look, this
And we got a flag down on the play as well.
Offense,
That's the crowd. That's the cowbells. But in response to your question, this is a big Alabama offensive line. This 3-3-5 is an attacking defense. They're much smaller, so they're trying to win up front with numbers. Outnumbering Alabama at the point of attack. Now, the problem with that is that it's risky. You may get certain gaps and leave a gap open, and then Alabama may bust a run, and you are vulnerable on the back end with a lot of man coverage. So it's a roll of the dice, but this is their style. They've lived with it for a long, long time.
Got to look at Nathan Pickering, number 22, up front on that defensive line. A lot on his shoulders tonight. They ran right through his gap. Nice gain that time by Roydell Williams, brought down by Marcus Banks. A 7-yard pickup, setting up a third down.
Yeah, Jones, we talked about this offensive line. That left side, they've got 3 guys they play that are over 350 pounds.
Third down and 4. They go empty. 5 receivers.
Wait.
Ball's loose. Bulldogs have it.
The center.
Oh, they're going to say 4th down. Wow.
Got it back.
The second consecutive time
I think Nick Saban
got put on the ground. Much to the consternation of Nick Saban.
Well, he knows his team is rattled right now. And if you've never been to an SEC game at night, you need to get to one because it is loud, it is crazy, it impacts players.
What are we doing?
And this is a young Alabama team, particularly on offense. At quarterback and offensive line, we've had a bad snap, we've had 2 sacks. And we haven't had no get into a rhythm yet.
Well, you know that during the course of the week they had an opportunity to practice and simulate some of the noise that's made here.
Did they have cowbells?
Well, it wasn't quite like that. James Burnham punting.
Oh, nice.
This one will carry him into the end zone, but it'll be down to inside the 5 or not. Nope.
Broke the plane.
Broke the plane.
No touch that.
49-yard punt. Well, Rod alluded to the atmosphere here at nighttime. Trent Dilfer said recently, an SEC football game at night has a way better atmosphere than the Super Bowl. Bet.
Hi, I'm Alejandro, founder of Modern Bath. We're on a mission to make the world's best fitting pair of jeans. Our signature jeans have dynamic stretch to provide flexibility.
The SEC game at night?
Yeah, if you think about it, right? Mississippi, Mississippi State, Auburn, Alabama.
It's a better atmosphere than the Super Bowl?
Those games don't have professional sports teams. They don't have professional sports teams. So what you got? You got college football. All right, we're gonna make it work. So that atmosphere, when you got the whole state involved, it don't get no better. It don't get no better. That's why I believe I'm like, yeah, I could see it. That's their Super Bowl. That's their Super Bowl, man.
Where we at? We got any other games rocking?
No, all the other games are probably pretty much done. That's why I'm just staying here and we're chatting it up.
Oh yeah, they were on halftime.
Yeah. I don't even think that Duke Notre Dame even worth it anymore, man. Let me see. That's just a score update game right there, man.
You had 69 viewers on that one.
Duke Notre Dame?
Yeah.
We might ping once it come back on. We might ping back and forth.
He had 69 viewers on that one. It was going up, but look at that. What kind of chairs? They got to sell that chair for $200 now.
I need one of those, dog. Nah, it don't look like it's cushiony enough, man.
X chair. $20 a month. How many payments of $20?
Why the hell is $20 a month? Where's that thing that $10,000 or something?
They didn't even tell you. They just say just $20 a month.
I'm about to go to xchair.com, man. Why that chair is so expensive? I mean, why they got a monthly subscription for it? Let's see what's going on, man, with that chair, man.
Create, manufacture, and craft
it's a $2,000 chair.
Wow.
This is a tradition that captures the of this former
That's what's up, man. They handcraft them bells, bro.
Oh, that gotta be annoying.
From home.
To be sitting at that.
Q, can you get me one with my name on it? Can you hook that up?
No one will let you ring it anywhere.
1st and 10. Rodgers out of the backfield, complete to Marks. Marks is so dangerous, Rod. Not just running, but doing just that, right?
Well, that's the best matchup for him and for Mississippi State. He is an excellent receiver. Learned that all in the air raid. And when you get him out of the backfield, he's got a mismatch. So that's a good start for the Bulldogs to get him out in space. We'll see if they can hold up in protection otherwise.
6-yard pickup, 2nd and 4. Mosley split into the boundary. Rodgers gets it out quick. Little receiver screen, but blown up by Malachi Moore. Having none of that, Tulu made the catch. It was hit immediately. Q?
The contrast in noise when Mississippi State's on offense versus Alabama is gigantic. I mean, this place is different, okay? When they get these cowbells rattling, it is ear splitting. It's a slice of hell. The decibel level can leave opponents mindless with a headache and your ears ringing. Right now, though, they're disciplined and they're super quiet.
Well, let's see if they can protect right now, because there are 2 edge rushers that are really focused on getting to Rodgers.
3rd and 5. Little pressure coming. They got to him and sack him back at the 16-yard line. Marshall. And 4th down.
Come on, Mississippi.
You know, this is nothing but really kind of getting after you with guys. And right up here, you're going to see a linebacker come free inside. Good double blitz inside. No one sees him, can't pick him up. And right away, Rodgers is down. So concerned about the 2 guys on the edge. Kevin Steele, defensive coordinator, comes with a blitz inside.
Wow.
First opportunity.
Dials up some good pressure there. 4th and 14, punting time. Crimmins punting to McKinstry. Kool-Aid back on his own 37. End over end punt. It's going to bounce in front of him and take an auspicious roll all the way down to the 30-yard line for Mississippi State. 54 yards and all. Hey, tomorrow 9:30 a.m. Eastern, the NFL London Games kicks off exclusively on ESPN+. Falcons and Jags aren't just playing a game in London this weekend. They'll be playing in Andy's bedroom, too. That's right, because it'll transform into the world of Pixar's Toy Story, with the NFL players becoming the characters competing in real time. Wild, right? To get ESPN+, go to ESPNplus.com or download the ESPN app. Boy, we got Woody there, and we have Woody Marks
They're gonna be cartoon
in the backfield for the Bulldogs. They're going to run it with McClellan, and he'll pick up about 2 yards. That's going to be an interesting watch, won't it, Q?
You never know what to expect when you get some of the characters. Tell you, Woody was named after the character in Toy Story, and what a character Woody is. This is a young man when Mississippi State is on offense that you'll see catch a lot of balls out of the backfield, named by his family, his grandma, as a 3-year-old. Wore his Woody outfit for Halloween for like 10 straight years.
Well, right now, Milroe, his outfit as an Alabama running quarterback, doing a good job. Picks up the 1st down. Ellington made the tackle on the 14-yard
What was the news about him?
You know, Woody Marks, Soto said that Toy Story is his favorite movie, and his teammates just dropped their heads shaking. They're like, come on, seriously? Like, yeah, he wore the costume. Even on non-Halloween days, he'd wear it.
9:30 on ESPN Plus on the app. Milroe gonna run it again. Got a lane. Kicked in the turbo. Milroe. Good Touchdown, Bama.
He ain't no quarterback. He's a running back.
53 yards.
And if you're going to spy him, you better have an athlete. Otherwise, a man will remind you of Michael Vick. I mean, that quickness and those jets, watch him take off here. There is no linebacker who's going to sit there and mirror him and chase him. Watch him split the safety in the corner and outrun him. This man, 220 pounds.
And Nick Saban took him out versus USF.
He rallied the troops after struggling in that opener against Texas. He has shown a lot of resilience and bounced back. His third rushing touchdown of the season.
Nick played all three white guys.
Showing everybody his shoe bottoms on that play. We'll talk up more about that comparison on the other side.
The quarterback they had starting came in with the coach, with the offensive coordinator. So I think he wanted his guy in. You know, my guy. Let's give my guy a try.
Jet motion, getting the quarterback counter, getting the numbers right, allowed them to level that playing field at the line of scrimmage. Again, their best offensive lineman, who's the most veteran of the bunch, Graham Barton, is out. So we've seen a redshirt freshman who stepped in, and Brian Parker, and actually held his own there in that first half. He was not giving up a lot of activity off that left side.
Protecting Leonard's blind side. Leonard will throw, and it's deflected immediately and almost intercepted by Xavier Watts. He had one in the first half, almost had his second.
That ball looked like it was tipped. It's an RPO that he makes the right read, but John Baptiste with that length. We saw him when he was at Ohio State. He's really more of a pass rush specialist. He would come in on third downs and use his length with his arms to knock balls away. Tonight he's been more of an enforcer against the run. That time reminding what he can do as a pass rusher.
He had a career high 8 tackles against the Buckeyes last week, and he's been all over the place tonight. Leonard trying to find some room, and Leofow chases him out of bounds as we check in with Holly.
Mike Elko said this game has gone much like he expected. He said, we're good on defense. I expected a low-scoring game, but he said we have to get going on offense. Our run game has to be better. We have to establish that right now. And I asked him about his kicker's troubles. Would he go for it more? He said, no, we have to be able to make a 27-yard field goal, period. So they will continue to kick. One other note, number 5, Jalen Calhoun, who has been very active in this game, went to the locker room early, got IVs, but he is back out here lining up.
Now, Holly motioned out of the backfield on that last snap as
they had to get the spot corrected. They put it at the 29. They'll move it up to the 30. The way Duke's offense has been going, every yard counts.
Give credit to that Notre Dame defense, too. Pressure coming. Leonard takes a hit and gets rid of it, and it'll be 4th down. Maris Leofow, who just made the previous tackle, applied the heat.
They show pressure in the middle and then drop, and then the pressure ends up actually coming from the left side. A little fake move to the outside. They brought a defensive back. It looked like that was Benjamin Morrison. But Leofow, boy, he can turn it loose on 3rd down. Good job of disguising that pressure and then getting it.
Making play.
First half, Notre Dame among the top teams in the country and getting pressure on the quarterback. Been a little bit of a mixed bag with the punting for Duke. Good one and bad one, and that is an ill-advised play by Tyree, and somehow it's squirted away from the Blue Devils, and Notre Dame averts disaster.
Hey, get Tyree out of here.
There were 2 Duke players that were right there. Looked like Curtis Cooper, the snapper, was all over it. Finally, Mike Elko said we got a chance to catch a break. We didn't catch one break in the first half. I was shocked by this decision.
This is
the odds of being able to take that. Tyree makes a poor decision. Now the ball, it's a free-for-all. This ball goes everywhere. You'll see earlier, it looked like 57 pounced on it, but it came out.
Ramon Henderson saving the day for the Fighting Irish by jumping on an Estime.
Definitely looks so good.
But still just picks up 4.
Like I said, I mean, look at this poor decision, but Cooper, 57, right in the middle of your screen. He's right there with a couple other Duke players. They're already starting to put their arms up like we got the ball, but in fact they didn't. Notre Dame catches another break.
Kirk, I understand punt returners wanting to keep the thing from rolling, but that ball was not going to bounce like that.
He's a veteran guy, too.
Inexplicably bad decision that he gets away with. Sam Hartman has to fire it, and boy, he had R.J. Oben in his face, and now Tyree trying to make up for the near mistake with a big play to get into Duke territory.
Boy, unbelievable job. Watch the pressure off to his right, and he just somehow, it's almost like he avoids the pressure as he's in his throwing motion, and Tyree makes up for that poor decision with a good job of making the catch and then nice yards after the catch. And Sam Hartman is about as calm and cool as any quarterback we've seen this year when there's pressure around him.
Hartman now over 150 yards passing. Irish with their first possession of the second half. Back to the ground with Estime. St. Dwayne Carter was the first to hit him. He's been busy for the Blue Devils tonight, too.
Just leaning on that Duke defense and has had to make a lot of plays. You know, I think you'll see Duke rotate some more bodies. Going to have to do the best job that they can of trying to not get worn down by Notre Dame and Estime. That offensive line and the power running, and Notre Dame's rotating backs. Duke's defense has been out there, had to make a lot of plays to keep them in this game.
He coming, Hartman lets
Alabama game
deep, and he overshoots Rico Flores. It'll be 3rd and 6.
You know, Estime's came into this game as one of the top backs that we've seen in the country.
On the tip ball,
yards after contact and missed the tackles forced. And that first half, Duke played lights out. Tough to get the ball thrown downfield against this Duke secondary. They got good speed, good awareness. Eyes are very disciplined. And that's not a strength of Notre Dame's, especially tonight with the injuries that they have with Thomas out and the freshman Greathouse.
Hartman on 3rd down. He's in a lot of trouble. Nias Peebles is after him, and Hartman gets away. Can he get to the sticks? And he cannot. As Chandler Rivers, he puts the hit on him. He'll be a couple of yards short.
Tells you a lot about who Hartman is. I mean, he was right by the boundary. I thought he might just tiptoe out, but instead he lowers his head. I mean, he actually took care of the ball. It was out away from his body, and then right before contact, he decides to lower his shoulder, and because of that, he picked up maybe another yard and a half, and now they're going to go for it here on 4th and short.
Remember those clutch 4th downs last week that the Irish could not convert.
56-49.
Heat coming from the Blue Devils. Hartman running for it. Sam Hartman has the first down, and he's out of bounds inside the 30.
Well, those Sanders playing now.
Really good job by the receivers getting involved and making a nice block. You see Payne, the running back, off to the right there. He's on a route himself. He occupied the linebacker 8, Moesey, and so just like that, Sam Hartman not having a huge night with his arm, but these last 2 plays reminding folks he can get it done with his legs when he has to. Big conversion there for Notre Dame.
Well, Lewis came from the secondary and had a chance to keep Hartman bottled up and let him escape contain. Now to the ground in Estime, and Notre Dame will try to lean on him with that offensive line, especially on the left side behind Big Joe Alt and Pat Coogan. Estime. We'll bring up 3rd and about 3.
You know, these are body blows. You know, not just physical body blows, but the emotional part of this game, the psychological aspect of this game for this defense. It's another 3rd down and another chance to try to get them off the field. They've done a pretty good job of it all night. see if Mike Elko's bunch on this side could step up one more time.
Hartman, protection broke down, and it'll be 4th down. Aaron Hall coming in, one of the reserve Duke defensive linemen, got to Sam Hartman. And the Irish will send the field goal unit out.
Yeah, they brought 5, so you create a one-on-one opportunity. You'd like to think somebody can get home, and it was Aaron Hall who ended up forcing that throw. Nobody open, incidentally, downfield. Outstanding coverage there by Duke's secondary on that 3rd down play.
So the cannon leg, Spencer Schrader, 1 for 2 from short distance. This attempt will be 40 yards.
Get money. Get money right there.
Might have had a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Well, the 5 yards of distance won't be a problem for this guy.
No, not at all.
Straight ahead.
But he is 0 for 2 from beyond 40.
Look at the penalties.
Yeah, they're adding up. Now from 45. Schrader puts a foot to it.
He missed it.
And that one is good, and Notre Dame pushes its lead to 13-0. Duke defense letting him stand in. Can the Blue Devils offense get anything going when you come back?
Check that Bama.
No, this.
Check Bama.
And Thomas on this play, if they do so.
Yes.
And you're the quarterback.
Yes.
Is this it's going to Neighbors for Thomas no matter what throw, or are you looking for whatever option you think might be best?
It's never a throw to those guys no matter what. I'm just saying as a coordinator, there's a trick or there's a play in my bag that I know my guy is going to get open because Pete Golding in this situation calls this. They have to be able to put Neighbors or Thomas in a situation to make a play. 5 seconds, game on the line. Why not go to your best player?
Yo, they're this close. So you gotta draw a play up, man. What you drawing up?
Watching what game you watching? LSU?
Neighbors was the player that flinched. So this will move the ball.
I'm running all street
to the 26-yard line and make it that much more difficult.
I'm running all street.
Now you're going to see Pete Golding. You see the 3 deep across in the end zone. They're playing a defense that's going to force them to have to rally up and make a tackle if LSU throws it underneath.
Neighbors and Thomas side by side to the right. Daniels looks left. Timeout called and granted to Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Get that running back off the field, man. Put all receivers on the field. What are you doing?
This is like 2 basketball coaches calling time.
What they doing? What he doing, Toe? I'm a free 99 sitting on a gaming chair type of coach, and this man over here about to run. Hey, baseball in the playoffs?
It all started with this one right here. You want that first completion, but you love it when that one turns into a 40-yard gain. Then almost the interception here by Mr. Gaddy. Could have ended it for Ole Miss. And then the horse collar, back-to-back, put LSU in position to go score a touchdown. And then here, just your linebacker who just made a mistake, comes up big, making a play on the running back down the field. Obviously, they had the false start to on offense. And now they're in a situation with 5 seconds left. Game on the line.
Here it is, Daniels.
Daniels, throw the ball.
Looking end zone. He's going to fly on into traffic. Incomplete. Hilton, the intended receiver. And Ole Miss celebrates an amazing win.
People still have gold grill.
think there's a LSU player hurt on the ground. Oh, he is.
Bob, it's a revolution in Oxford, Mississippi.
Let's head down to Chris Sutton.
Coach getting a hug from his quarterback. Every time your offense needed to respond, it did. What can you say about the way that Dart and the rest of those guys?
Really happy for both players, fans, electric atmosphere. You say about me, man, our players played their butts off, and we stopped them when we needed to, finally.
You told me that on Sunday and Monday it was tough inside that building. They responded. What are you most proud of?
Yeah, that's a hard game to come back from, and they played their ass off today, and we scored more.
Kids having fun, man. What can you say, man?
They played. He said they played their ass off.
Coordinated.
What's all this like?
This is what college football is, man. This is what college football is.
The student section celebrates. And heartbreak for LSU. The Magnolia Trophy belongs to Ole Miss, and RG3 came down to one crack at it for Nick.
Yes, it did, and Jaden Daniels did all he could do here, right? He buys time, he rolls out, and all you got to do is put it in the area for your receiver to make a play. He finds a guy in the back, and it hits him right in the hands, Bob. Right there, that is not an HBO play. He did not help a brother out, but for Ole Miss, you see him putting the locks, the straps on the offense.
Yo, man, he could have
A lot of fingers.
Huh?
A lot of fingers.
In the first half, one on each.
He could have brought that down. Help your man out.
Jordan Waters has the carry.
Great patience that time. Let the blocks establish themselves. And then when the few times we've seen a back have a little bit of running room, it's been that kind of night for the Duke offense and the offensive line going up against a physical veteran group from Notre Dame.
What you gonna say? 14 or 6?
I'm gonna go back to the
Duke left
It's
6.
the 108th meeting between Mississippi State and number 12 Alabama. It's 14-0 for the Crimson Tide. They're taking advantage of the Mississippi State turnover. And we got a flag down on the play on 3rd down and 1.
False start, offense number 58. 5-yard penalty. It remains 3 down.
This Alabama Mississippi State game looked like a game that's about to be 42-3.
Yep.
So they'll bring it back. Mississippi State coming in with a record of 2-2. Alabama 3-1. Bulldogs trying to snap a 2-game losing streak. 3rd down and 6 now for quarterback Will Rogers. Woody cuts it up, got a seam, a yawning hole. Brought down at the 15-yard line, and the running back, Woody Marks, who got his nickname from the character in Toy Story, man, he wasn't playing around. 29 yards.
Yeah, a little split zone. Watch the cross block in there across the double team, and all Woody Marks had to say is reach for the sky. I'm gone, man.
There he is again, back-to-back. 4-yard gain tackled by Malachi Moore. Good to see him running with authority after being shaken up a little bit earlier if you're just joining us.
Exactly, and we talked about the fact that you're not going to hurt this defense by running to the edge. They are too fast and too good, and Marks is down again.
Well, you got to see this.
Oh, yeah. This is the 2nd time he's taken a knee.
Talked about it a little bit earlier. If you're just joining us, Woody Marks is so important in the run and the pass game when it comes to Mississippi State's offense. 2nd down and 6. Marks being tended to by the athletic training staff. Coach Arnett watching. We're going to take a break and come right back after this.
Commercial break. What's the other game?
Right in his hip there by Watts.
When
they run, those safeties, their eyes start to creep and start to have to respect those backs, and even Leonard in the run game. And then it can create those opportunities off play action. We've not seen that at all tonight.
Colorado was playing a night game, man.
Getting Jordan Waters. Waters keeps the legs churning. He'll pick up about 4.
Another good block by Jake Hornibrook. He was pulling that linebacker blitzed. He was able to get him just before Waters as he got the football in his hands. I thought that play might get blown up. Watch the backer, watch 73. Got him right there. And it gave a nice inside crease for Duke's offense.
Kirk Riley Leonard has missed his last 5 throws, just 2 of his last 9. This would be a very good time to come up with a completion for Mike Elko. They'll keep it on the ground and move it about a yard or 2 short.
I'm impressed with his backs. This again, the first time we've seen him get out in the open, show some speed. We've seen some short yardage, running and getting some tough yards. This time it's Waters. This is obviously a play call to set up the 4th down and short, and he got more yards than maybe they expected. Now it's 4th and 1.
As we get inside 6 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter, you feel like the Duke really needs to convert this down to 13, but to stay in the game. See what they've done on 4th down this year. Leonard flips it out in the RPO. It's complete to Higgins, and they get the 1st down.
How about all that pre-snap movement? Moving over here. They're trying to get a feel for where they might be. What are they going? How are they going to respond? He gets the lead back, man-to-man. Good inside move there on the slot by Higgins. Gets the separation. I mean, he could have pitched it. He could have thrown it, depending on what the defense did. They took away that little shuffle pass. Athletic ability keeps it alive. Almost like an option play. They're just stretching it out, stretching that defense out, and waited for Higgins to clear.
They might have been fortunate not to get a man downfield call from the offensive line, too. They'll go back. They burst into the secondary, and Moore with another strong run, and the Blue Devils are on the doorstep.
How about this offensive line? Hornibrook, the right tackle. Jacob Monk, the right guard, pulling around.
Duke's got a score in order for
We've seen
not
more.
to be
That time it's Moore accelerating right into the teeth of that veteran Notre Dame defense. It has been just dominant most of this game.
1 yard away from their first touchdown of the night, and that would put a little game pressure on Notre Dame.
11th play of this drive.
They'll go back to the ground, and Moore won't get there. It'll take at least 12 plays this time. We'll see what the official has.
Offside. Defense, number 5. The penalty is half the distance to the goal line. 1st down.
He just, Cam Hart just lined up over the inside receiver offsides. It's not that necessarily that it's a lot of yardage. It's just that you get to get another down. And the way this game is going, you don't know if you're facing a goal line stand. Duke will happily take a couple inches, but more importantly, get 1st down back.
Yet another pre-snap penalty for Notre Dame. He'll go to the ground, driving, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown for Jordan Waters.
What a drive by Duke. A great response in a night where the offensive line has had their hands full against a great defense, a great plan, a defense that's played with purpose. And this was not a lot of explosive plays. This was Duke's offense earning every single yard of that drive to put the touchdown on the board.
11 plays, 75 yards, 8 up just under 6 minutes. And with 3:36 to go in the 3rd, we got a ball game at Wallace Wade Stadium.
At the Cracker Barrel, freshly made food at a fair price is just what we do. In fact, we've got over 20 meals under $12. Each.
See what Alabama game look like.
you know, we got into a little bit of a rhythm, so now we're moving the ball, and now we need to finish off with points. It's a shame it's 14-0 because that has not been the difference.
That's what I was going to say.
So far.
You guys had all the momentum, then poof, suddenly it's gone, and the score is 14-0. It's a really weird game flow.
Yeah, I think both teams are probably mad about some execution stuff. You know, I mean, they put the ball on the ground uncharacteristically a couple times, but I mean, you can't let the quarterback scramble, and you can't give up an interception return for a touchdown. So, I mean. But it's a closer game than the score says right now. We got to finish this off with points.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
It was 14-0 at the end of the first quarter. That field goal just minutes into period 2. Has it 14-3. Here's Brooks on the return. Put his foot in the ground. Going to be stopped up shy of the 25-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 from there for Jalen Milroe.
I think if you're Alabama, you want to get Milroe comfortable. Yeah, he busted the 53-yard run, the scramble, but they haven't gotten him into rhythm throwing the ball, and they haven't really, you know, used him on the perimeter yet. So protect him and let him throw the ball. He is an excellent deep ball passer.
He hasn't attempted a pass yet. That's that 53-yard sprint, as you alluded to, for the touchdown, and the other touchdown for the Crimson Tide coming on a pick 6.
2 tight ends in for Alabama makes it tougher on this Mississippi State front.
Bulldogs a little bit undermanned up front. Good feet and a nice run by Roydell Williams. He and McClellan complement each other so well in the backfield, Rod.
Yeah, they're very similar. They came in together. Look at this. You see that wide gap open for them? Quickest. When you go to 2 tight ends, you create more gaps. And Mississippi State can't cover all of them with their style of defense.
First down and 10. Milroe on the play fake. Got rid of it.
Complete, Leia.
Plays. Patience there.
On the handoff, Williams got about 8 yards. Man, there was a lot of movement, a lot of formation going on there. Jet Johnson making the tackle for Mississippi State.
Yeah, 2 tight ends, and you pull a backside guard. Again, this is an attacking defense, high risk. When they attack, they go one gap at a time they're trying to cover. But when you have 2 more tight ends, you have more gaps to try to cover, and Alabama is exploiting that right now.
Second down and 2. Boots the tight end over to the right. Williams looking for a crease and stopped up by Jet Johnson. 1-yard gain. Hey, kick off your Week 4 NFL Sunday at a special time. 8:30 a.m. Eastern with a countdown crew on ESPN and Daphne. Our Monday Night Football matchup featuring Seahawks squaring off against the Giants. 8 Eastern, ABC, ESPN, Deportes with Peyton and Eli once again on ESPN2. Third down and 1. Milroe hands it off, and they're going to be stopped up the middle. That defense impregnable for Mississippi State. That is a major surge in the middle.
I thought that was Pickering, 22, who knifed through, split a double team, and reestablished a line of scrimmage a yard back. Just watch the center of your screen there. You see the scarlet helmets coming through? And it was Nate Pickering, 22, who got the most penetration.
Here's one more look.
Yeah. Pickering, Sean Preston, the safety.
Boy, Nick Saban got something to say there on the sidelines. We get a timeout. 4th and 2 coming up.
Man, you blowing a head gasket for no reason.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
What's
all over the place?
Flu relief. Also, Tennessee's playoff host.
I enlisted. You want another Steven?
Keep them coming, Hannah.
Okay.
Maybe someday I could get a sandwich named after me. No.
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
We have a special guest today on ESPN College Game Day, the Geico Gecko.
Look, just get to the part when you tell everyone how easy it is to insure what's important to them. Home, car, even RV. Come on, there's an RV right there. Did he even see the talking points I gave him?
I don't believe so, sir.
For all your insurance needs from home to car to RV, it's easy to Geico.
Desmond?
I forgot the talking points.
When I first learned about my Dupuytren's contracture, my physician referred me to a hand specialist. And I'm glad he did, because when I took the tabletop test, I couldn't lay my hand flat anymore. The first hand specialist I saw only offered surgery, so I went to a second hand specialist who also offered non-surgical options, which felt more right for me. So what I'd say to other people with Dupuytren's contracture is this: don't wait. Find a hand specialist trained in non-surgical options today. I found mine at findahandspecialist.com.
So I wanted to go to Dave & Buster's for sports and $5 bites. But I had to visit GamGam, so I made a trade.
Trade for $5 bites at Dave & Buster's. You know you want to.
It's your Uncle Cooper. Your SUV is a multi-purpose tool, like a corkscrew fish scaler. And that means your tires should be multi-purpose too. Like these Cooper rugged Treks. They're tough, but also run smooth as butter. And with dual sidewalls, it's like having a multi-tool that can look like a completely different multi-tool. Don't take that idea, by the way. I'm gonna patent it. Go with the Coopers. Cooper!
Duke got itself back in the game. Kirk, 11 plays, 75 yards. Jarquez Moore ripped off a 34-yard run to get it going.
Yeah, they kept the ball on the ground. You know, the great play here to keep the drive alive on a fourth down. That's just Riley Leonard being an athlete. But the thing that surprised, I think, anybody who's watched this game is the offensive line and the rotation of backs. 9 of 11 of those plays on the ground, 68 yards total, and getting a good push.
Here's what's at stake for the Blue Devils. Trying to extend that winning streak, which dates back to last year. They haven't started 5-0 since 1994, which was also the last time they won a game matching ranked opponents. Now, they've beaten ranked teams, but not when they were ranked, something they could do tonight. But still down 6, Sam Hartman throws it right into the arms, and he's lucky that his receiver collided with Jeremiah Lewis, or that would have been an easy interception.
Good job here. Watch the safety. And I think at one point, Hartman thinks that he's running with this receiver right there. And by thinking that he's occupied, he thinks he's got a chance to squeeze this in. Instead, he comes off with the receiver downfield because he's got his eyes on the ball, on the quarterback sitting in zone. Lewis almost fools Hartman into a turnover that would have given the Duke Blue Devils plus field position.
And Chris Tyree perhaps inadvertently saved that interception. Running the crossing route. Not much there. It's 3rd and long now.
This is the first time really we were talking since pregame. The crowd back into the game after that touchdown and a big 3rd down. See if they can try to make a difference here.
Duke starts up front. Hartman tries to get away, and he does not. Trey Freeman wrapped him up.
Coverage sack. They did have the stunt, a little twist up front, but really it was, you see a little bit of movement here, but really look at downfield. You're Sam Hartman. Who are you going to throw this ball to? Good job of mixing and combination of coverage, some man, some zone, nowhere to go with the ball, and he just has to eat it.
Second sack, or first sack of the night for Duke. Samir Hagans, who caught that 4th down pass earlier, will return the punt. And it's not a particularly good one. And the Blue Devils are going to have terrific field position. Coming off that touchdown drive, they force a 3 and out and get it right back. Riley Leonard getting a little elevation. Time now for our Aflac trivia question in their respective common draft eras. The NBA 1966, NFL 1967. Which program has more first-round draft picks? Duke's men's basketball or Notre Dame football?
I'll go Notre Dame football.
I'm going Notre Dame football too, because you go all the way back to the 60s, and Duke has been later. That's my guess. I have no idea.
All right, remember, last drive, 11 plays, 9 times on the ground. Excited to see the adjustment from Al Golden, Marcus Freeman, how they're going to try to slow down this run game.
Mentioned good starting field position, Kirk. It's the best of the night for the Blue Devils from their own 40. Moore has it, and Jaquez is going to pick up 3.
Go right back to this running game. A little bit of hesitation, looking over to just get confirmation, waiting to see what Notre Dame settled into before they ended up making the call, but they pick up where they left off. Nice push, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Remember, the play action is usually, when you start running the ball like this, it's a 1st and 10 type of thing when these linebackers are just flying downhill and the safety's eyes are in that backfield.
Now Mullen coming in motion now, and Riley Leonard pulls it, and he'll be knocked down after a pickup of 1, now 3rd and 6.
It's a really good job of giving him the read. The indicator is right here. When he collapses down, that's going to tell him to keep it. But watch how they intentionally do that and then get to the outside with Mills. So they gave him the read to make him hold on to it, and then the inside defender anticipated that and fought to the outside, knowing he'd keep that ball. Great job there.
Leonard down the middle, fires into traffic. He was looking for Higgins. It's incomplete.
Without anything really forcing the safeties deep, they're able to settle at about 15 yards and think about the intermediate throw. That time Watts didn't get downfield much at all. He's almost waiting for that crosser, and he was able to get involved in knocking it away.
Riley's had a tough night throwing the ball, just 9 of 23 for 100 yards, and Higgins, who's made some plays, looks as if he's holding that shoulder as he heads to the sidelines. Chris Tyree calls for the fair catch, and he hauls it in at about the 18 or 19-yard line. Time to answer the Aflac trivia question in the common draft eras in the NBA and the NFL. Which program has more first-round picks, Duke's men's basketball or Notre Dame football? And the answer, the Blue Devils.
How about that?
If Coach K is out of the Broadway show that he and his wife were going to tonight, he's upset that we missed that answer. He said he wanted to get back in time for the end of the Duke game. So Notre Dame has it back now, 1st and 10, 42 seconds remaining here in the 3rd period.
It was perfect timing by Shane Battier. He's frustrated with us. He just got up right when we cut to him. He's disappointed. By the way, thanks. Oh, we got a flag, late flag down. I think they're going to get that on Duke. Frustration with Terry Moore, who just threw a Notre Dame player after the whistle. So you get maybe a loss of 1 or 2, a great play by Freeman,
After the play was over,
and then a dead ball foul.
First foul, unnecessary roughness against the defense, number 23. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
The drive couldn't have started any better for the Duke defense with that play by 12, but after the whistle, right in the middle of your screen, just a poor decision. First penalty, I think.
It is. Duke. First penalty of the night against the Blue Devils. Notre Dame has had a bucket full of them. Most of them, or all of them, 5-yarders. But the big one going against the Blue Devils now for the first time, and gets Notre Dame a little better field position. Hartman, that's a really good idea to throw the ball to Mitchell Evans, and he's already had a career night, and now he's over 100 yards as we get to the end of the quarter, and he gets it to midfield.
Let's see what happens on the rest of this drive, but that could be a pivotal play, that dead ball foul. Instead of 2nd and 12, they get good, better field position and a chance to get some offensive rhythm going here on this drive.
Evans was hobbling to the sideline. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. We'll be back for the 4th quarter in a tight game from Durham after this message and a word from ABC.
On a devastating Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Whoa! That was pass interference!
That's it. Season's over.
Our program's cursed.
I can't watch this. Every year I fall for the preseason hype.
I made all this for nothing!
Never watching football again.
Hey, guys, that was the first play of the game.
Maybe we overreacted.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Only $5 Whopper Junior times 2. Double the juniors, that's your cue. One for you, one for your friends to go. JK, you ate them both, they'll never know. BK, have it your way.
What you doing? Don't we have washing machines here?
Not on Bath Day, we don't.
Ooh, cocky. You stink. Get in there.
I don't know about changing my name, man.
Come on. Mahomes, my auto, best bundle in the league, baby.
Mahomes, my auto, let's go!
Bundle and save with the personal price plan.
How many people would you tell?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Oh, I'm ready.
The most important part of your business are all the people who come through your doors every day. And Cintas can help you take care of them. Your dedicated Cintas service reps will provide the essential products and support to help keep your employees performing at their best.
So your business can too. Get Cintas.
Oh, I'm ready.
Get ready for the workday.
At Domino's, there's an endless debate. Does adding pepperoni to something always make it better? Yeah. Debate over. Introducing Domino's new pepperoni stuffed cheesy bread. For a limited time, get it free with online delivery after just 2 orders with new Domino's rewards.
Celebrity Jeopardy is back. Hosted by me, Ken Jennings.
Your charities seem amazing, but mine's empirically better.
Celebrity Jeopardy, new Wednesday, 8, 7 Central on ABC.
Look who's waking up with GMA next week. 2 Oscar winners, Anne Hathaway and Marissa Tomei live. Ginger Spice herself, Jerry Halliwell live. Jennifer Garner live. And global superstar Maluma live. Next week on...
Good morning, America.
Bruno! Bruno! Pup on the run? No problem. With 5 drive modes, Rogue makes this a walk in the park.
Drive the Nissan Rogue. Now get a low $329 per month lease on Rogue or get 0% APR financing for 36 months on the Rogue Platinum.
Come on, we're right there. Come on, baby. It's the only one we need.
Are your neighbors watching the same game?
Yeah, my 5G home internet delays the game a bit, but you get used to it. Here, try these. I stole them from an airport. They're noise-canceling earmuffs.
Great! Solid! Greek salad?
Exactly!
Don't delay the game with T-Mobile 5G home internet. Get Xfinity internet for $20 a month for 12 months. Switch today.
The one and only Local 10 team to turn to for sports.
Boy, Mitchell Evans, the big tight end, has had a great night. Here he is in motion. See Duke sitting in zone. See the receiver to the inside, receiver to the outside. It opens up. Great catch. Now look at this. Look at the big fella. Rumbling, fumbling, stumbling. He is hard to bring down. That's 10 extra yards after the catch.
That was the AT&T 5G clicker as we open the 4th quarter. Notre Dame picks up a couple with estimate as we check in with Holly.
Well, guys, you see how big Mitchell Evans has been for them tonight for Notre Dame. He just got injured, though. He came to the sideline. They put tape over that right ankle. He spatted it up, and then he is pushed off, worked on it. He is moving pretty well. I saw him fist pump a couple of guys that he is good to go, but he is not out there right now. Keep your eyes on that right ankle.
We will, Holly. All 5 of his catches have given the Irish a first down tonight. Estime lost his balance about as soon as he got the football. Powers ahead, it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, he's going to come back into the game. He's fighting through this. He's had just a great night. Not just the 5 catches, over 100 yards. I mean, it's one of his best games of his career. And you and I were talking at the break. Think over the years, all the Notre Dame tight ends that are just prototypical of what you look for. This guy's 6'6", 250 pounds, showing tonight what kind of receiver and what kind of threat he is in a pass game.
Hardman chased. Fires it deep. Merriweather's down there, but the flag is going to come out.
Bill, I'd love to ask Bill. I mean, Bill's with us. There was contact, Bill, but there's no way he had a chance to make this catch.
They're going to just judge whether the ball was catchable or not. And the officials are getting together, having a conference on it now.
Bill, what do you think? I'm just telling you, I see contact. I just don't know how that's a. Yeah, there you go. And he just throws this. And there's no chance the receiver could get to that football.
Yeah, they deemed it uncatchable, so the contact is not a foul.
Contact is late. Now, if he's working back, if he was working back, the receiver back to the ball, and then the corner was in his way, then that's a different story. That ball was just thrown downfield.
Exactly, Kurt. That would be pass interference if he was working back to it.
And a great job of officiating. I like when they come together and talk about it and wave the flag.
Mike Elko was glad, too. Chandler Rivers might have gotten away with one. Merriweather couldn't work it back, and the Irish will have to give up the football. Beautiful kick. Put it right in the corner at the 1-yard line. You cannot do it better than Bryce McPherson just did it. Wow.
Can you imagine Pat McAfee in Indianapolis watching that kick right there? That is perfection. The progressive pylon, Cam right over top, just a little to the right. They're going to put that ball inside the 1-yard line.
That's for the brand.
That's for the brand.
Where'd you learn to serve?
Oh, I didn't serve, but if your spouse, parent, or grandparent served in the military, you can join USAA.
Yeah, my grandpa did, so I'm already in, but I was talking about your serve.
Oh.
USAA, for the military community.
It's on, baby boy. Hope you had your chunky soup. Eyebrow man? Maybe I did. Pretty boy. I'm a pretty man!
Sorry, ladies.
With 16 grams of protein per can in chunky spicy chicken noodle. Soup that eats like a meal.
Lowe's knows you can get it done today.
Because we can get it delivered today.
Whether you're doing it for your business or doing it yourself. Same-day delivery lets you keep the project moving without delays or detours. When it comes to last-minute needs, you can count on us to deliver. You got this. We got you.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's serves up bottomless drinks, bottomless chips and salsa, and an entree with sides starting at just $10.99. Wait, $10.99? Oh, someone's gonna get in trouble for this one. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Lunch? Yes, please. That'll be $23.
Your ad says it's free.
Yeah, it is for our Economy Ultimate passengers who paid extra.
I'll just have water.
Okay, sure. Cash or card?
For water? Well, at AT&T, when we offer you our best iPhone deals, we guarantee it. Even on the new iPhone 15 Pro, made with titanium. Not that you don't keep your word, it's just that you haven't.
What?
Only AT&T gives everyone our best deals on any iPhone with any popular plan. Guaranteed. Get iPhone 15 Pro on us.
Wendy's new breakfast 2 for $3 is so good, the crew is giving every combination code names.
I got that sauce biscuit and some Tay-Tays.
More formally known as sausage biscuit and small seasoned potatoes.
Bish squared.
Egg and cheese biscuit and sausage biscuit. 2 biscuits. I'm impressed Tyler knew what squaring was.
Cup of Dubba Java.
It's 2 coffees.
Cup of Dubba Java.
No matter what you call it, Wendy's breakfast is that breakfast. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's new 2 for $3 Biggie Bundles.
Turn it up! The competition is heating up.
We're Latin night.
All of my favorite dances, all in one night.
When in doubt, get your chest out.
Latin Night on Dancing with the Stars. Live Tuesday on ABC and Disney+.
Well, we got all excited about the punt, but they looked at it again and said it went over the pylon. It's a touchback. What a break for Duke and a bad break for Notre Dame as Jordan Waters gets the carry.
Let's go back to it and bring Bill in. Bill, what do you see here?
Well, the rule says that if the ball goes over or inside the pylon at the goal line, it's a touchback. This ball goes right over the top of the pylon. We have that good pylon shot that showed it go right over the top.
Oh, you like the progressive pylon cam right there, right over, that went right over the top.
Right over the top, touchback. Good job by replay.
Well,
tough angle from where the official was, but that's the right call.
Built by guy Mike Black, noted kicking experts, not sure he agrees. Not because of the rule, obviously. He thinks it was inside it when it went out of bounds. At any rate, it only matters what the official decided. And rather than being backed up on their own 1-yard line, Duke is out at the 25, but now a third down.
Good tight coverage there by Jaden Mickey, who is in right now for Cam Hart.
Tough night throwing the ball for Riley Leonard. The Duke go to the air here. Pressure coming. They pick it up well, and Leonard completes it. He's got Jordan Moore across the 50 and just into Notre Dame territory.
Well, first it starts with the protection. Blitzing right through here. Watch the back do a nice job of picking this up by Waters. Without those backers there, he's able to wait, find that throwing lane. Even with that drop there from the defensive end, he gets that ball out.
And Moore had to hobble off after that play, and they did mark him down right at the 50-yard line, but a big pickup. 27 yards on that one. Now Leonard down the sideline. Leonard's got great wheels. Riley Leonard inside the 20.
Well, this is a design run again. Watch the lineman pulling around and leading him. Flash it to the jet sweep and then get to the edge. Very close to a hold by 63 Monk, but they got away with it. And when he turns the corner with those long legs, he is covering a lot of ground. Good move right there to get around the undersized Morrison, the corner who's up in run support. And there's what you expect to see from Riley Leonard.
34-yard, check it, 33-yard run. Second run in the second half of longer than 30. Leonard going to try it again, and Notre Dame is there to snuff him out just across the line of scrimmage. Riley Mills.
Yeah, Al Golden is again coming up with us. We saw this earlier. He's reading this key. If it collapses down, that means he's going to keep the football. But they're doing that intentionally, where you can get the inside, push to the outside with Mills. You set the edge, even though you get him a read key where he's going to keep the football. Nice job. A little fooling Riley Leonard in this Duke offense a couple times on that zone read.
And second down and 9.
His eyes lit up. He saw that the end man collapse. He thought, oh, I'm going to get to the edge again. But
well, they're going to watch that last play and see if there was targeting. And there is Jordan Botelho, who hit Leonard in the hip with the crown of his helmet. It was Botelho that I saw on the sideline that shaken up, which is the reason for the rule.
Let's bring Bill in.
Bill, what do you think?
Bill, what do you see here? Obviously, he lowers his helmet.
And the crown of the helmet rule, that applies from your head to your toes. The person being hit gets that protection all the way through. So he does lower the crown of the helmet, comes in with forcible contact right into the hip. This is going to be a targeting call.
And of course, that rule is there to protect the defender as much as anything.
Yeah, the crown of the helmet hits have more problems with damage to the tackler's neck than anything.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to speculate about an injury, but he was staggered, was Botelho, after delivering that hit. And Holly is saying, though, that it's his arm that's bothering him there, but It looks as if Botello's evening might be done, according to our friend Bill Amanye.
There was a personal foul targeting with the crown of the helmet by number 12. The penalty is half the distance to the goal line. Number 12 is disqualified. Automatic first down.
They have to show the depth. Here we are in the fourth quarter, 11 minutes to go, and it has been a low-scoring, physical game, draining physically and emotionally, and now you have one of your better players that'll have to go out. You know, Riley Leonard, we all night we've been waiting to see him perform and wait. He was so much hype this week, today on game day, and he deserves it. But here we are in the biggest moment in the game. He's had 61 yards on this drive, 27 through the air, 34 on the run. It's your best player showing up at the right time.
And that targeting call puts the ball on the 8. First and goal for Duke. He stays on his feet. The strong run from Waters. Waters still driving toward the goal line. What a run. What an effort by Jordan Waters.
Six feet, 220 pounds. This is an individual effort to the nth degree. That is a guy that wants to win a football game. A graduate who's played a lot of football. Playing with a lot of determination on that carry right there. It's been a tough night, but these last two drives, they've gotten it going. That's what Mike Elko is all about. Attitude, culture, belief. Beautiful.
And I'd give it right back to him. They do. And this time, Notre Dame is up to the challenge. They knock him down behind the line. Howard Cross was there.
Those linebackers are flying down to get involved. Bertrand, the middle linebacker, you talk about a big collision right in the middle. Just blowing up Hazley, who's leading the way.
It's got to be 4-down territory.
Oh, yeah.
Still a lot of time. And this is quite the opportunity for the Blue Devils after the targeting call. After the punt call went their way on the touchback. Try to pay it off. Leonard has a man wide open. It's a touchdown to Jordan Moore.
Give Kevin Johns a lot of credit, the play caller, not just the play, but all of that pre-snap movement. He had 4 receivers on the right, and he moves them back, and then he motions at the last second. Jordan Moore from the left to the right. Notre Dame, nobody picked him up.
And Duke has the lead. They were down 13-0.
And here it is, Reese. Look at this movement. Look at Notre Dame adjusting. Now watch this right here. Here he is. Does anybody run with him? Little miscommunication, little hesitation. Notre Dame's not real sure. Great job. Well designed by Kevin Johns to save that one for a pivotal point here in the fourth quarter.
Duke has the lead, and Riley Leonard's mother celebrating.
Bravo!
For buying a treadmill?
You use the Quicksilver card from Capital One. It's simple, with no annual fee and unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. That makes you the hero of every purchase.
Yeah.
And heroes don't take the stairs.
Is this a parachute?
What's in your wallet?
Jersey Mike's freshly slices your sub right in front of you. It has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh, yeah.
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing.
Some people just know what road to take. Those are the people who know to choose Allstate.
The service road is faster.
Turn left.
Not happening.
He knows better than any GPS, and he'd point you in Allstate's direction.
Go all the way down the road past the big gray warehouse.
Take the next exit.
You're not from around here, so you don't know the back roads.
I don't want to be late for the party.
I'm gonna save us 5 minutes.
Some people just know what road to take.
You're on the fastest route.
Those are the people who know safe drivers save 40% with Allstate.
Gran Turismo has audiences revved up.
Let's go.
It's the best loved movie of the summer.
Let's go show the world. Absolutely.
You have to pay for that. Are you serious? I'm joking.
Gran Turismo. Buy or rent now. Rated PG-13.
Being a hero.
It's not what you think. You all act like you're made of steel.
Made of steel. Made of steel.
But you're not.
Travel, there is nothing like it. Dancing is my passion, but with my moderate to severe eczema, it hasn't been easy. Now, I'm staying ahead of it.
Dupixent helps heal your skin from within, so you can have clearer skin and noticeably less itch. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
With the first pick in the Jersey Mike's catering box draft, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's going to go. So,
The Jersey Mike's catering box, a sub above.
ABC's Saturday Night Football is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? And in part by Jersey Mike Subs. Be a sub above.
Wallace Wade Stadium is alive. Hurting that guy's ears in the middle of the student section. Duke just took the lead, 14-13. Charlie Ham kicks it off now. See if Notre Dame can answer. Jeremiah Love looking for room. Love still on his feet as he gets up to about the 30-yard line. All-State bus here in Durham helping us keep up with all the action in college football. Kirk, what's the All-State Good Hands play today?
Man, a lot of fun sitting around and having game day and a game in one location. Watched a lot of football. The thing that stood out to me was the way Kentucky played against Florida. In the early going, Mark Stoops' team looking physical, looking athletic.
Dave Davis, what a day he had.
What, he had 280 on the ground. I mean, Kentucky, not just today against Florida, but all of a sudden you start to look at the SEC, start to look at who looks real, who has a chance to maybe make some noise. Those cats look for real.
Now Sam Hartman, who's proven over his 6-year college career that he's real, gets the ball back down by one. Love gets up to the 29.
Well, after the week they had, losing in the fashion in which they did against Ohio State, where they felt they outplayed the Buckeyes, only to have the game taken away from them. Give credit to Ohio State, but it was a tough week. And now here they find themselves in a game that really they have dominated, and yet they're down by one. Under 9 minutes to go. Critical moment for Hartman and the Irish offense.
Back to the ground. Love hit by Aeneas Peoples. He barely got back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, Mike Elko's got to be so proud of the way this Duke front has held up. They're undersized in comparison. If you just look at them on paper compared to Notre Dame, and yet the movement, the athletic ability, the quickness, the linebackers downhill has given these polling linemen in the double teams a lot of trouble.
Hartman on third down. Pocket was collapsing. It's incomplete.
Well, Cam Dillon ends up coming right here, but they're showing a lot of different pressures affecting the communication. He wins on the outside there just with straight speed with R.J. Oben. And another good job on third down by Duke's defense getting after. Notre Dame is now 2 of 13 on the night on third downs.
And how about Oben beating Joe Alt out there to get the pressure?
Right.
One of the top left tackles in the game. And now McPherson's going to have to punt it away again. Calhoun gets up to make the catch, and the Blue Devils will have it back inside. 8 to go with a 1-point lead.
Subway is now slicing their deli meats fresh.
That's why the garlic roast beef is preferred by this QB.
And preferred by QBs with some beef, like us.
And if we prefer it, we know you'll prefer it too. Wait, we have beef?
So much beef.
Every day is a new opportunity. Seize the moment. Cook the dish that starts a tradition. Get the suit that lands the job. And give the ring that changes everything. JCPenney. Make it count.
We're kicking off game day with a Twisted Tea drop. We're surprising real Twisted Tea fans who love the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Real brew tea with 5% alcohol. Keep it twisted.
New Emergency Crystals pop and fizz when you throw them back. And who doesn't love a good throwback? New Emergency Crystals. Throw it back.
Saturdays are about two things. Heading to the Home Depot and
Welcome to College Game Day, built by the Home Depot.
watching football.
What a smooth handoff.
Watching a lot of football.
They're taking that to the house. Nice technique.
Even football here.
And football snacks.
The Home Depot and College Game Day.
The perfect Saturday.
Upgrade your home with Behr Premium Plus interior paint at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
I'm hungry, man. That was fun.
What's going on? Did you go to another Taco Bell?
Relax, bro. We got you something.
What? A Crunch Wrap? How'd you know? You're my best friend.
Kimmel returns, all new, live in studio, Monday on ABC.
Well, if you go back to the goal line situation last week, 10 men on the field, some miscommunication. Notre Dame talked about that. They addressed it, but here we are again a week later. Goal line, you can see the miscommunication, the pre-snap movement, everybody trying to get on the same page. A late move or motion by Jordan Moore. Nobody runs with him. Some hesitation, some confusion. So back-to-back weeks, the goal line defense giving Notre Dame some problems.
Now the Irish will try to get off the field and stop this Duke running attack, which suddenly surged to life in the second half. Jordan Waters on the carry.
Let's see if Kevin Johns, as a play caller, what he elects to do now in a one-point game. He's really put together a great plan here in the second half. You want to be careful of becoming too conservative and taking your foot off the gas. You know, they've been aggressive. They've been attacking, even with the urgency. He told us they would mix tempo up. Said he learned that from Kevin Wilson years ago about not just going fast, but mixing it up and how that affects the rhythm of a defense.
And go right back to Waters. And Waters slipping tackles and getting the first down and getting up close to midfield.
Yeah, he was able to get through Leofau, who puts himself in a position, checks the quarterback, and he's right there. He just misses the tackle. That's 3rd and 4 if he makes the tackle right there. A different Duke team in his second half. The offensive line and these backs, Reese, are running with purpose.
And that has been an occasional problem for the Notre Dame defense, missing tackles. And they've missed some here in the fourth quarter. And they need to make them the most. Now Riley Leonard pulls it and keeps it, and this time he does not fool the Irish defense. Riley Mills was there.
I'm talking a lot about Duke trying to get back into this game. And if you're a Notre Dame fan, you know, you've got a lot of veterans out on that defense. You want to see somebody step up, whether it is a Howard Cross or it's J.T. Bertrand or Jack Kaiser, DJ Brown, Xavier Watts. Got a lot of guys that have played a lot of football. Their backs are against the wall. Somebody's going to have to step up and deliver.
Last run has picked up a yard. Jaquez Moore now in the backfield for the Blue Devils. Pressure coming from Leofow. Might almost a face mask as Leonard squirted through there and got fairly close to the first down. But they're going to say, I believe he was marked down at about the 47.
Again, Leofow had the penetration. Boy, he timed that up perfectly, or that blitz. He shot through the gap, and it looked like he had a chance to bring Riley Leonard down way back in the backfield. There's that blitz. Shoots the gap. Bang, bring him down right there. So picks up about another 5 yards from where that initial contact was.
Now a big 3rd and 5.
I think the Duke fans are frustrated. They didn't think he was down. Here we go.
Moore is the running back. Heat coming. Leonard escapes. He's got some room. Leonard has the first down inside the 40.
They bring pressure. You see two, DJ Brown. They brought the middle linebacker, also Bertrand, but nobody able to account for the quarterback. We saw that earlier in this game. When you have an athletic quarterback, you know you have to squeeze him, but when you bring the house and you don't get to him, that's a problem because the secondary's in man coverage and no one's able to bring him down short of the first.
He's up to 85 yards on the ground. The junior quarterback from Fairhope, Alabama. Moore is greeted immediately. It'll be 2nd and long.
Marcus Freeman holding on to those 3 timeouts. We're at the 4-minute mark at this point. Each first down that Duke gets, it's not just about the first down. It's obviously a new set of downs, and they just keep grinding on that clock.
You know that the internal pressure is ratcheting up on the Irish after the week they've had, after having a 13-0 lead in this game. Now desperately needing to get off the field and get their offense another chance. Leonard, that was a run all the way, and Riley gets it down to the 31-yard line. He'll need about 4 more for the first down.
Yeah, and again, when they are motioning, you put the quarterback in empty. You got a big tight end in there. You've got 6 central offensive linemen. You're just looking at the numbers. All Notre Dame had in that box area were 5 defenders. You got 6 blockers. That's what the threat of the quarterback run does to a defense. Gives you that extra half.
Much better on 3rd down in the second half. That has been a major problem, as you pointed out, for the Irish when they've had the ball. Waters motions to the backfield. Leonard leaves it with him, and he's hit and knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. Xavier Watts looped into the backfield and helped make the stop.
And now Marcus Freeman will use one of those timeouts. He saved them for the right time, kind of rolling the dice. You see the pressure at the bottom with 0 Watts. At the top, you saw DJ Brown. So you got to roll the dice on 3rd down and short. They brought both the safeties off the edge, and it worked out.
4th and 6. See what the Blue Devils decide when you come back.
Oh, this is my turn.
You can now have Domino's drop to a location near you with new Domino's Pinpoint Delivery. Just choose Pinpoint Delivery on the Domino's app, drop a pin on the map, and get pizza delivered just about anywhere.
Here you are.
It's Domino's Pinpoint Delivery.
The new iPhone 15 Pro is here. Built with titanium and featuring the most powerful iPhone camera yet. Get it with Boost Infinite and transcend to a wireless utopia. The new titanium iPhone 15 Pro, on us, no trade-in needed. Enjoy unlimited wireless and the latest iPhone every year for $60 a month.
What do you think evil is?
People have died on both sides of possession.
If you don't make it, I don't make it.
Liar!
Is that both heartbeats?
They're beating in sync.
I don't want to go to hell.
God played that trick on you.
Rated R. Only in theaters Friday.
Desmond Howard, here to see my college football collection.
Impressive stuff, little man.
Geico makes it easy to insure. My car and RV too.
Wow.
Gloves from your famous catch.
How'd you get those? Great smile. Is this from when the band ran on the field?
Yep, 1982.
What is this?
Oh, no, don't touch the,
Not so fast, my friends. Not so fast, my friends.
It will turn off eventually.
For all your insurance needs from home to car to RV, it's easy to Geico.
Introducing the all-new, all-electric Nissan Ariya with dual motor e-force that helps put you in control, and Pro Pilot Assist 2.0 for when you'd rather go with the flow. Its powerful sophistication meets fearless adventure. The all-new, all-electric Nissan Ariya.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits, like 2 times miles on every purchase.
The noise canceling. You're being too loud. Thank you. Good choice. Ooh, my lucky number.
Earn 5 times miles on flights.
Enjoy your stay.
Going up?
And 10 times miles on hotels through Capital One Travel. Plus, get access to over 1,300 airport lounges.
White wine, please.
And maybe see the one and only Taylor Swift. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, celebrating the challenge of road games everywhere. Are you ready for the road? Goodyear is more driven. 4th down and 6, and Duke is leaving the offense on the field, Kirk. Now let's see, are they going to try to draw him off and get closer?
Sure looks like it. They're just gonna, he's gonna pooch.
Now Riley Leonard with the pooch punt, and Duke get down and cover it, and they do.
The kid does it all. 360 dunks, he can run, he can lead, he can throw. Now he gets a pooch punt, puts it inside the 5. And his mom's wristband comes into play there. Yeah, let's go back and talk about, Bill, if we could bring you in, that was a big review that I guess should not have actually been allowed to be reviewed, right? Going back to look at this, they pinned him inside the 1-yard line.
Yeah, the official ruled it out at the 1. Because the ball, I mean, we can see the ball went over the top of the pylon, but by rule, for replay to get involved in that, it had to either touch the sideline or hit the pylon, which it didn't do.
So Bill, they made an error in replay in that situation.
They made an error. I made an error too in my initial comment, but not reviewable by the current replay rule.
So with that in mind, that ball would have been inside the 1. Instead, they moved it out to the 20, and they went 8 plays and 80 yards and a touchdown. So significant sequence.
Difference of 19 yards.
Now, while we were sorting that out, Notre Dame got called for another false start. They're right down there in the midst of the Wade Wackos, but this is why you got Sam Hartman. Hartman's in trouble and gets away in the end zone. Now lost it down, incomplete, but a flag flies in.
Boy, how about him just keeping that play alive? A late blitz that surprised the offensive line, and I think surprised Sam Hartman with Trey Freeman from his right.
Pass interference, defense, number 26, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Joshua Pickett gets called. See the interference down at the bottom. The freshman, it's kind of a crossing route, and then tries to get downfield. He gets locked up, grab of the jersey by Pickett. So they avoid the sack, and then they get an interference call, gets them out to the 16-yard line.
You got to feel like Hartman saw that too and took advantage. So now out of the shadow of his own goal post, 2:29 to go. Irish trying to save themselves on the road. Hartman in trouble again, and he threw it, and Estime caught it.
The problem there is the clock will keep moving. He would have been better off letting that ball go. Good defensive pressure by Duke again, getting in there and beating this offensive line. Sam Hartman, you can see, 4 wins as a starter. His first career win was a big comeback against Tulane.
Those coming in Wake Forest just missed one last time. Hartman back shoulder looking for Flores. And Pickett was on the coverage, and this time he forced a 3rd and 12.
You're trying to make a comeback here, and the best receivers on the night have been the tight ends. You know, you have Jayden Thomas not playing tonight, Jaden Greathouse not playing tonight. It's up to Tyree, it's up to these tight ends. Maybe Merriweather, 5, could make a play, but an inexperienced group of receivers.
They are 0 for their last 10 on 3rd down. Hartman, and who else? He finds Mitchell Evans' tight end, and they break that drought on 3rd down and keep the game alive.
How about the freshman? Watch his route right here. He actually takes the defender with him, the middle linebacker, Cam Dillon, and it opens it up right there. Nice job of being patient, waited as long as he could with that pass rush, but a heck of a read and throw.
6 catches, $134 for Evans tonight. Hartman down the middle again. He's got Rico Flores. Flores still on his feet, and he's down to the Duke 41.
Well, Duke defender loses his footing. It was Joshua Pickett. Look to your far right. You'll see it in the background. He loses man coverage, goes down. Sam Hartman was going to make that throw anyway. How about the true freshman stepping up tonight, Flores?
Hartman back to work, taking a shot. Throws it to the outside, and Merriweather had it in his hand, and a flag comes out. They may get that on Tobias.
Yeah, I think he pushed off on Al Blades
Pass
Jr.
interference, offense, number 5, 15-yard penalty, 1st down.
Merriweather had a step, and based on the way he reacts, you can see the right arm extend on Al Blades. Al Blades Jr. right away saying, hey, help me out here, man. I'm on an island as it is, and he's pushing on me.
Transfer from Miami, the great Blades family of defensive backs. Draws the offensive pass interference, and now it's 1st and 25.
They're at the 41. Now they're back at their own 44.
Estime has it. Audrick looking for some room, and not a lot there, and now the clock's in just over a minute.
Yeah, Marcus Freeman will use his 2nd timeout. This is the risk that Duke took by the pooch punt. You know, you potentially get aggressive, you try to go for it, try to get more points. Instead, you get the ball back to Notre Dame, and you give them a chance to win it now with a field goal from probably one of the strongest legs in college football, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, distance will not be a problem for Spencer Schrader now. The accuracy, but he certainly has the legs, so you won't need, they're not far away from getting into position where he at least has a shot at it.
I was on the field pregame. You know, you get down there all the time. The kickers come out about an hour early, and I knew about his big leg, and I'm standing there watching him, and he keeps backing up, and he gets to about, you know, he's kicking from the 45, then he gets to the 50, then he goes back to the other 45, and I'm thinking, what's this guy doing from 65? And he had the leg.
His career long came just down the road against North Carolina State. 54-yarder. The Irish still have a minute on the clock. 2nd down at 16. Line of scrimmage is the Duke 47.
Yeah, you know, you're hurrying. There's some urgency. You still have that.
That's my whole day.
It's more about the execution. And how about young Rico Flores stepping up on this drive? Made some plays, drew the penalty, had a nice route.
Had the late touchdown last week.
Yep.
Yo, Tex, go.
Mitchell Evans has been the go-to guy for Sam Hartman. Evans in the slot to the right. Sam throws it up for grabs, and he's looking for Evans, and he almost hauled it in. Hartman has been under heat from this Duke defense.
And the reason is Mike Elko is continuing to bring pressure. He's not going to say, you know what, let's rush 3, drop 8, play coverage, keep the ball in front, live by the sword, die by the sword. Mike Elko is an aggressive guy, one of the most aggressive. He's not pulling back. It's worked for him all night. He keeps dialing up different looks and being exotic up front.
See that green line, they need to at least get it there. There it comes again. Hartman gets away, and he has to throw it, and it's almost intercepted, and it's 4th down.
That time he brought Brandon Johnson. We just talked about how they're doing a good job of mixing up looks. You get pressure out here. He's disguising. He comes late, and he actually gets in to affect it. Nobody accounts for him. I'd love to see a defensive coach, the game on the line, instead of just being careful. That's our culture, right? We are an aggressive defense. And even though we could maybe give up a big play, that's who we're going to be. And we're going to win this game or lose this game with that mindset.
Game hanging in the balance.
Lucci.
4th and 16. Hartman has a chance to run for it. Can Sam get there? He came up short against Ohio State, but tonight he moves the chains on 4th down.
Now he wants to fire it. He's trying to hold on to that timeout. Smart play. Are you kidding me with Sam Hartman? We've bragged about his arm and his accuracy, and this kid is a fighter, using his legs all night because of the pressure, because of the confusion. Offensive line has not had a great night taking care of him. It's either him sitting in the pocket, everything going on around him, or, in this case, knowing exactly where he needed to go to use those legs to pick up the 1st down.
And also, not only keeping the game alive, now they're in field goal range.
He still has that timeout.
A 17-yard run on 4th and 16. Estime is loose. Audric Estime. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
Wow. Wow. That was a man, fuck it, they ain't giving me the play. Let's run this play right quick.
What an answer. What a pair of runs.
Look at this. 10 plays, 95 yards in 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Hartman, game-winning drive. He's 4 of 8, 17-yard scramble on that 4th down play.
Heartbreak among the Duke fans, but still a half minute to go. 5-point game. Fighting Irish will go for 2. The Irish want to make sure that they get this. How about this 4th down run from Sam Hartman?
Let's go back and appreciate this. He actually wanted to throw it to Evans right when he looked to his left. Right there, he was taken away. He said, "The heck with it. I'm going to go get this thing." Shows you that acceleration. Knew exactly where he wanted to go. And then Estime following that offensive line. Really, it's just a heck of an effort. There was nowhere to go off to the left, but he just kept trying to find grass. Cut back. Got behind the big tight end, and the safeties were out of position. I think he was as surprised as anybody. Takes it all the way to the end zone.
That was a beautiful run, bro.
Boy, his guys have fought hard here in the second half. I just got to say how I think all of us are just objective college football fans after what Notre Dame went through last week. We all wondered, how would they show up? How would they be? They got tested tonight. The way Duke took the lead, they're on the road. Everyone's against them. They got to go basically the length of the field to be able to get to at least get into field goal range, right? Instead, they scored the touchdown with their backs against the wall. Maybe their season on the line.
Meanwhile, TCU in the dogfight was
West Virginia. One more stop. They'll have a chance for atonement. Duke has all 3 of its timeouts, but first the 2-point conversion. Hartman, throwback. It's good. It's a 7-point game.
I think we're seeing a new Sam Hartman. That defense feared him running.
They go Sam, though.
Him taking off. That's what they adjusted to. They took their eyes off of coverage. Watch him come out of there. He's not just jogging. He's sprinting. Duke's worried he's going to go in the corner. They lose their man in coverage. And he said, thank you very much. Remember, guys, I can still throw it, too.
Now Hartman, who was here last year with Wake Forest and lost a shootout game to Riley Leonard 34-31, now has put his team up with a terrific drive. Notre Dame up by 7, but not done yet. Blue Devils will have 31 seconds. See if they can force this game into overtime.
I almost don't want to jinx him showing him like that, because they showed him like that last week when Ohio State was starting to move the ball down the field, and they kept showing him, and then it was another play and they'd show him like this, and then eventually they stopped showing him because Ohio State scored. So we're happy for him. He looks good. He's got the look going, but right now it's about Notre Dame's defense stepping up here and trying to secure a victory. See if Riley Leonard has one more trick up his sleeve.
Blue Devils have had trouble in the passing game. Leonard just 11 of 26 tonight. Fair catch from Terry Moore. So 75 yards between the Blue Devils and potentially a tie or a win if they can get it into the end zone.
You got 31 seconds. You got all 3 timeouts. You got some receivers that have made some plays for you here in this second half. Most notably, 5 Calhoun, 8 more. The backs can be a factor. The big question to me is, can this offensive line in an obvious passing situation, can they protect? Can they give Riley Leonard enough time to try to make a read and get a good throw out?
First play of the drive. Completion, and Higgins scoots out of bounds after picking up 5, 27 ticks left.
And Notre Dame will take that, even though he gets out of bounds. A 5-yard gain. It's all about the clock for Notre Dame.
That one win as the start of the game I referenced against Sam Hartman and Wake Forest last year before Hartman transferred to Notre Dame. And Leonard hit, ball's loose. And Leonard is clutching his ankle, and the football's still loose. And it's Notre Dame football.
How about Howard Cross? Remember I talked about, I hate to see that. Boy, oh boy, I hope he's okay. Oh boy.
Just a devastating way for this to end for Duke. And he's being attended to on the field.
We talked about a Notre Dame veteran defender is going to have to make a play, and it ends up being Howard Cross. Beats his man, gets to the football before Riley Leonard can come forward with his hand. That's definitely a fumble.
And his ankle twisted in terrible looking fashion as Cross was making that play. And Riley's still down. Boy, you hate to see this. He is played hard tonight, played his heart out.
Yep.
As the guys on both teams have. This has been a hard-fought game, and they're helping Riley Leonard off the field now.
But how fitting for you see players are going to carry him off there.
And while this certainly puts a damper on the end, it certainly does nothing to diminish a gutsy, tough-nosed, mentally tough victory for Notre Dame.
And if you're a Notre Dame fan, you know about Riley Mills, 99, and Howard Cross. Those guys battled in the middle all night long. That's what they're known for, is their effort, their consistency. And Cross has a monster night. 13 tackles, 3.5 for a loss, forced 2 fumbles. You see the big sack there.
His dad, I.C. Cross, longtime Giants tight end. Former Alabama star, proud of his son's effort tonight without a doubt, as Estime slams it up into the line. And Duke is going to let time expire. Sam Hartman exchanging words, pleasant ones, congratulatory words with Brandon Johnson. This, if you like physical football, this was a really, really good game. Holly Rose found Sam Hartman.
Sam, 4th down and 16 yards to go. At what moment did you decide to try to run it yourself and get the 17th yard?
I mean, I think just I got to say hats off to our defense. I mean, they battled all week, got us the ball back to close the game out. I mean, defense wins championships, and they won it today. So I'm just super proud of them and everything in the game. It's going to come to me, and I'll watch the tape, a lot of corrections. But, I mean, defense, Coach Golden, freaking bounce back. That's Notre Dame football right there.
But how did you get the 4th down?
That's a good answer.
A lot of luck, but defense.
That was a good fucking answer, bro.
Tell me a little bit about this psyche of the team. Last week, the game went down to the final play. Today, again, final moments. How did your team flip it around?
I mean, it's just perseverance. Coach Free preached all week, right? It's not that, you know, at the end of the day, winning and losing is everything. But again, it makes you feel a lot better to get it done in the last moments. But, you know, right now, honestly, I'm thinking about Riley. I mean, that kid's a hell of a player. He went down. I really want to go check in on him. So I'm probably going to
go do that. Thank you.
Yes, sir, Coach.
Coach Freeman is here, and Coach, everybody wanted to know, how would your team turn the page? And they did. But what were you thinking on the 4th and 16 when your quarterback decides to run?
When he decided to run, he pulled the ball down. I really felt good about it. I kind of saw it, and I'm like, if Sam's going to run this, he's going to make it. You know, it happened last week, right? On a 4th and 1 situation. He learned from that, and that's what I keep talking about. You have to learn from those opportunities, man. And so for him to run down there, he wasn't going to be denied. And so I love that, man.
And he wasn't. Then again, Estime goes in for the touchdown. What was that play, and how did he break it?
We were really trying to just run the ball and kind of run the clock out and set ourselves up to kick a game-winning field goal. And it's probably a situation where you want to go down and, you know, really kick the ball. But, man, I'm so proud of this team to continue to fight. You know, I thought we learned from last week. We didn't know how this game would go. But last week, Ohio State found a way to finish when it mattered the most. And that's what this team found a way to do.
How do you describe the resilience you see from your young men? You try to coach it, you try to teach it, but when you see it, what does that feel like?
You're really proud, and I'm proud for them. This is all I want, man, is these guys to really feel this feeling of victory, and it's hard-earned, and I'm proud of those guys.
All right, can I sneak one more guy in here? Because you would not have gotten this win. Tell me about that run. How did you find the end zone?
Yeah, it was awesome. Honestly, the offensive line, it wasn't a pretty game, but we got the job done. We kept on fighting for 4 quarters, and that was a result of us not giving up and finishing the game.
Yards were so hard to come by. They had shut you guys
You practice that. That answer right there is
practice.
practice.
Yeah, they're a really good team. They're a physical team. We knew coming in this game it was going to be a 4-quarter battle, so we knew we just had to stay down and something was going to pop, and it popped right when the time we needed it.
Coach talked to you guys about having a championship response. How do you describe your team's response tonight?
That was a championship response. We battled. We have a great week of practice, and our week of practice showed off in this field today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Holly, thank you very much. You see Sam Hartman waiting outside the Duke Sports Medicine tent where they're checking out Riley Leonard. These two squared off. And Sam was at Wake Forest, Riley here at Duke. Great mutual respect between these two. Really classy move by Sam Hartman.
Yeah, very concerned. I mean, the first thing he talked about was his defense and how's Riley doing. You know, he has a great deal of admiration and respect for the type of player he is and the way he carries himself. So it's very, very cool to see him sitting there. Just wanted to, you know, make sure he just wanted to check in on. It looks like he's coming out now on some crutches, so I'll get a chance to say hello to him.
Different 4-down territory, and I would rather see Will Rogers under center here.
Okay.
And turn around and get it to a back downhill. And if you don't get in, maybe you get to the 1 close enough to where you have a chance to let your quarterback sneak it on the 4th down. But they cannot settle for a field goal down here.
11th play of the drive. He's going to throw it. Pittman, a race to the end zone, got there.
Jeffrey Pittman extending.
Yeah, and this is really on Pittman. Watch him use his entire body. Left hand, one-handed catch. Tuck it away, spin, drive, power your way into the end zone. That was not the best thrown ball, but Pittman made it look wonderful.
Pittman got the majority of snaps on that drive for the shaken up Woody Marks.
I think they're looking to
He
see.
He was down, right?
Yeah, did he break the plane with the ball?
Nothing coming easy tonight for Mississippi State. Here's another look.
Pylon cam sees all.
The ball was over, though.
Yeah, knee was down.
Oh,
Ball was
on.
already across the plane. That pylon view is sweet. I think they may be wondering if his knee grazed the ground a little bit further back. I don't think it did.
If it did, it was maybe just one blade of grass.
Yeah.
See, he's in right there.
Yeah, that's a touchdown right there.
I'm guessing that the
After
touchdown's
further
going to
review,
stand.
ruling touchdown stands.
Boy, how big was that touchdown drive for Mississippi State here in the third quarter, Rod?
Well, it took almost 6 minutes, and it was a grinded out. You got your quarterback a little bit more confident because he was able to make a big throw and also to run, and you push it in exactly what you need to start the third quarter. And now the question becomes, can your defense hold up against that massive offensive line that's been pushing them around all night?
Extra point is good, and it's a 14-point game. And the lid has finally come off for quarterback Will Rogers. After all those L's he's taken against Alabama, he finally throws his first touchdown pass against the Tide. Back after this.
What's my definition of success? See what's going on the West Coast. Washington.
Ex-commentator really said that, though. After all those L's he took versus Alabama, he finally threw his first touchdown pass.
That West Coast game, man. 383.
What that got to do with anything, bro?
Man. Fill in dead air. Washington. That's all that was. They're trying to fill in dead air.
It was dry, just like that answer that running back gave.
Jackson steps up.
That's not the game we want to see.
Item. So it's the first.
And Jaquindon Jackson.
That's not it. That's the game we're looking for.
And obviously the people in the stands here see it with their hearts, not their eyes. If you see it with your
Good.
eyes, just like I said, I don't think this is even close.
Yeah, you need that field to be 53 and 2/3.
In the reverse for that.
All right, so it is first and goal, and again the ruling in that case because the offense fumbled the ball forward. It goes back to the spot of the fumble. So it's first and goal at the 8. Will Nixon, the running back. And Nixon punches his way, just drives down and gets about, well, he's going to mark him right at the 5, so he gets 3. And by the way, credit the field crew. They called that play properly.
Yep. Okay.
Heat-seeking missiles.
A lot of this for all the domination. West Virginia, they only have the 10 points on the board in the second half. So from TCU's perspective, they're only down 3 despite.
Quick line up here with the bunch to the bottom.
All right, how about that under center and a toss to Nixon and a nice cutback in.
Wow.
For the touchdown. 2 linemen out there, the 2 guards out there.
Yeah.
Blocking form on the outside, and Nixon makes the 1 cut for 6.
Well, what's impressive is you look at Polk in motion, just forces those linebackers to slow down a little bit and allows the tight end, Devin Culp, to make the block that springs Nixon for the touchdown.
That's old power. 71, your left guard.
God, that was a 7-yard kick in the backfield.
And Again, the value of having two
Sorry.
linemen that can move.
Hey, he
like that,
gets
get
stuck in the
outside.
back. He lost 7 yards, bro.
So 3 possessions for Washington, 3 touchdowns, 21 points.
Meet Sam, the ultimate road trip warrior. Sam loves hitting the open.
Where you got to play Bamas and Georgias and
Well, for Rodgers there on the bench, his 89th career touchdown pass. That ties Peyton Manning for 4th in SEC history. On the return, this is Kendrick Law. Tried to rip the ball away from him. Going to be stopped up just beyond the 25. Hey, next Saturday, we'll have the 119th annual Red River Rivalry game. Number 14 Oklahoma taking on number 3 Texas at the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, noon Eastern on ABC. And here's next Saturday's SEC Network college football lineup. All games are also available on ESPN app.
Hey, Jonesy.
Talk to me.
You see that 3 safety look that they play with?
Okay.
That guy right there, the middle safety, Sean Preston, he's got to get more involved. They got to have him involved to help stop the run. And he can do it. He comes from 10 yards deep at times, but he's got to be more involved to help them shut down this rushing attack. Here he comes up.
They run it, and they stop the run up. They limited to just a yard gain. There it is, Rod. Called it.
This is a defense that believed in moving their defensive front. They slant, they take chances, and they attack with their linebackers. But you need that 8th guy in the box, that middle safety, who can see things and come up and really help you shut down the rushing attack.
Matt Brock, the defensive coordinator. Let's look at Preston. His brother Shaz plays for Alabama as a receiver. Milroe finds his man. What a catch. Nyblack went high in the air to bring it down.
2 Milrows on that
Authoritative
team.
throw
His
by
brother.
Jalen Milroe.
I think this is Alabama's #1 pass route. You see Nyblack
The other brother
running
put
across the
iron on
field. They
his
clear
arm.
out with a deep route on that side, and then this deep cross over to that vacated area.
Out of St. Petersburg, Florida. Makes it 1st down and 10 at midfield. Toss into the boundary. Nowhere to go for McClellan. He's going to be brought down at the 45 for a loss on the play. DeCarlos Nicholson makes the tackle. Sets up 2nd down and long. What a good read that time. Part of that 3-3-5.
4-star recruit, number 4 ESPN JC recruit, joined Mississippi State.
Oh, God. You don't want to go to TCU games, though.
Milroe hands it off. McClellan got about 4 yards back. Jeff Johnson making the tackle on the play. 6'2", student out of
He broke his
Mississippi.
ankle.
3rd and long.
Yeah, and you know, you want your linebackers, Jeff Johnson 44, Nathaniel Watson 14 to be active. Right now, you need them to play good pass defense. You need them to be able to plug that hole over the middle, because this is a passing down for Alabama.
This is a Mississippi State front that was a little bit short on bodies tonight, doing a nice job. Milroe surveys, got rid of it in time, found his man again. Nyblack in heavy rush hour traffic. 3 tacklers hit him immediately, but he held on for a 20-yard pickup.
Oh, again, Milroe playing with more confidence after that first quarter. Watch him buy time and keep his eyes downfield. Now, he can take off, but he is looking for 1st down yardage. He knows exactly where his receiver, Nyblack, is going to be, and finds it.
Needed that pass, right?
Showing a lot of patience and poise in the pocket. Milroe connects again down to the 27-yard line. Kendrick Law.
You know, we haven't talked about it in a while, but the strength of his arm strength, that flick of the wrist, that dart on that out, that's tremendous.
He's connected on his last 14 passes going back to the previous game last week. That win against Mississippi. 2nd and 5. 8 of 8 tonight. They run it between the tackles. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 1. Roydell Williams that time picked up 4.
Yeah, back to that offensive line. You know, you talk about Milroe's arm strength. When I watched him on tape, you know who he reminded me of?
Who's that?
Michael Vick. Just that little flick with so much authority on the ball, you know, without using the lower half of his body. They may use the lower half of his body to run it here, but
sure did. And he picks up the 1st down. Milroe moves the chains. Got down to the 20. It'll be 1st down and 10.
He's just got that tremendous ability. It's rare to see a quarterback, you know, he's not Michael Vick, obviously, but he does this very much like Vick, the way he flicks that ball and can do it without having to take a big drive step with his lower half.
They concentrated on making tweaks and fixes in their red zone offense during
Do you know
practice
the
this week. Let's see what they do here. Picks up 6. That's Roydell Williams. 2nd down and 4 coming up.
Yeah, you know, that offensive line, a little counter action. Right tackle, Latham, right guard,
comparing this
coming from that side to kick out. That's a big gain. This offensive line, I mean, nobody's under 310, 15 pounds. Crazy.
When he steps on the scale, that big guy, it says to be continued. They run it on 2nd down. Nowhere to go that time. Couldn't find a crease. Page right there making the tackle for Mississippi State. 3rd and 3. Bama has not converted on 3rd downs tonight.
Yeah,
they started 0 for 3. They're 5 of 5 since.
Yeah, part of that's the protection. He's been protected when he had to throw. Sacked twice in the 1st quarter, not since.
Got to get to the 10 to get the 1st down. Pressure coming. And they sack Milroe back at the 20. Page again, the first one to arrive. And it's 4th down. In comes the field goal unit.
Yeah, smart call by Mississippi State. By Matt Brock, the defensive coordinator. Brought 6. You'll see them all come. Bring the linebackers, bring a safety. Outnumber Alabama, and you get the sack. Now, can you get a break on the field goal? You got to stop to keep them out of the end zone. This guy's
the most impressive thing Nick Saban looked at the year.
21 consecutive field goals. This one coming from 38, made one earlier. Make it 22 straight field goals to make it 34-17. So they cash out with a field goal. We'll play you right back after this.
Let's go to Washington.
Off season's practice.
Go to the Pac-12. That's just don't go. Go to the Pac-12, dog.
Arizona would just be huge if they could get points. And Coleman is getting it closer to that. To the 41 goes Jonah Coleman before Hampton stops. Again, Arizona has plenty of time here.
They are running so hard, Coleman. Lowering his shoulder, seeking out contact, running through arm tackles.
At the feet on that, you can see Jed Fish motioning on the sideline. Run, get some yardage, and get out of bounds.
Nice job by Noah Fafita, hearing his coach on the sideline, but also eyes downfield and not just throwing a prayer up for. T-Mac or one of his receivers saying, I know time and space. I know this situation. This is something that Arizona drills every single week. Situational football here in a 2-minute drill.
Yeah. I want to get into a part of that after this play on 2nd down and 5. And a good throw, and that's going to be a 1st down. McMillan out of bounds. But part of the situational football, and it's harder in college, I know, but right now if you're Arizona, you want the half to end on this possession. You don't want to give Washington, with a couple of timeouts, any possession.
No,
now that's harder to do here. The pros can knock this out in their sleep. Jed's been around enough great coaches, enough pro coaches. He's thinking the same thing.
Yeah, and you'll see Noah Fafita look to the sideline here. Jed Fish making sure it's the perfect play. Keep eye in the slot. Tetero McMillan.
Quick out to Lamonius Craig, his first touch, but Nana not going well. Actually does spin out of the original tackle by Powell. and minimize the loss, but now a little extra after and a flag. And that does stop the clock with 60 seconds to play.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 5, 15-yard penalty, on first down.
Well, and a fool on Ulofoshio with a little extra, a little too much juice, and that's going to give Arizona now the chance to really think about the end zone. Not a field goal. Yep. And there you're seeing the referee himself calls that on the push in the back. So now Arizona, 60 seconds, 3 timeouts. Actually, here's where they do want to be patient.
Yes.
Be patient.
And I don't think
they want the end zone,
but the football.
That's the ideal. If you can get to the end zone patiently. Nice step up. There's Cowing. Oh, and Fafita just overshoots
Don't throw that,
him.
man.
You're exactly
Somebody
right.
suck it.
Climb the pocket. The pocket was beautifully
Drill
set
right
for
there.
him.
Throw it to the pylon.
Just too much juice on that one. Those are the tough throws. Sometimes you want it to be firm with an arc. Sometimes you need a little bit more.
Drop it in the pylon, man.
Okay, out of all of that, Arizona calls a timeout.
Come on, man.
And that's judging the release of your wide receiver in the red zone here
Good
as the field
drive.
gets tighter.
Good make up.
Second down. Washington trying to run somebody out late, and that is going to, whoa, okay, out of all of that, Arizona calls a timeout.
First charge, timeout. 30 seconds.
All right, well, across the Pac-12 today, coaches are all wearing the logo of Coach to Cure MD. It's the charity initiative of the American Football Coaches Association to raise awareness of Duchenne muscular dystrophy, a progressive muscle disorder affecting young men. Those battling Duchenne are in wheelchairs by their teens. Their life expectancy is age 30. But academic researchers are making progress, including at conference schools like UW, like UCLA, and Utah. CoachToCureMD.org for more information.
I think right now, if I'm Kalen DeBoer defensively, you'll see them start with 2 safeties high. And do they make a change on the snap, trying to force Noah Fafita to hesitate just a hair here in the red zone?
Late move there by the Husky D. And here they all come in, but a quick out to McMillan and a good tackle. Boy, that is a necessary good tackle by Elijah Jackson.
Really nice job. Squares up, his head goes to the outside, and that's the key. That's what allows Tetro McMillan to stay inbounds.
So it's third down. And Fafita back to the middle, not held. Cowing in the middle, turning, didn't hold the ball, and now Jedd Fisch's decision. With 28 seconds, he's going to go for points, field goal team.
He's looking there the whole way and just dropped it. Mish Powell plays the hands, but we've seen Jacob Cowing make catches like that numerous times.
And so it is Luke to kick from 30 yards. Austin Dorp, the punter, also the holder. And Luke boots it through. So Arizona, that's the minimum they wanted was 3. They would have loved the end zone, but they do salvage some points on their last possession of the half.
You know, a huge part of this rebuild for Jedd Fisch has been the story of one high school in Southern California. Servite High School has produced talented players for a long time, as you know, but here in Tucson, Noah Fafita, Jacob Manu, the captain on defense, Tetro McMillan, Kean Burnett, they all came in the same class. And we talked to a couple of them after practice on Thursday, and they said, look, we expected when we came here to turn this thing around. They call themselves the guys from Juice County, and they said guys from Juice County love when the spotlight is on. They've made a nice little run here in the second quarter, and now at halftime they're going to have to regroup. And those boys from Juice County, they're going to have to make a variety of plays in the second half. They want to get the lead in this ball game because UW has been methodically unstoppable offensively.
Now the play number that we talked about, so imbalanced in the first quarter, leveling off 31 plays. Washington 30, Arizona, also reflective of college football this year. It's not a huge number, but there are fewer plays with the difference in the timing rules.
I think you really feel it in college football in the first half. You know, especially the first quarter when teams are trying to find a rhythm, and for Arizona, they had zero rhythm in the first quarter. Got it going a little bit, but this guy right here, he has been on, and Arizona's been playing off. They're going to play off on this drive, but everything underneath has been there for Michael Penix Jr.
There's not been a 20-yard pass play in the first half for Washington, which is a shock. But again, despite that, 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns, and they have a shot here with 2 timeouts. But they're going to have to go down the field, and Penix does. He gets a chunk on the first play to Jalen Polk. Field goal kicker Grady Gross, long is 41, so gauge off that. They need some more, but they could use the field. 2 timeouts.
And I see him taking a shot here where these safeties are. They got to stay deep for a squat on these routes.
Out of bounds. We're chuckling. We were talking with everybody on the field before the game. The Washington special teams guys are laughing, saying that field goal kickers are trying to kick from 60. They say, "Well, you get in here, make it from 40." But you probably can run 2 plays here into the field.
You're exactly right. I'd work in between the hashes.
Yeah, they have the 2 timeouts. And Penix goes one there. Nice play. Wow, right over the top. Trayton Stoops breaking up that pass.
That's a really nice job of driving on that route. Like that right hand. Perfect.
All right, so now the Huskies need a good chunk play to give themselves a chance. Nixon in the backfield. Penix has got a hurt. Whoa, wow, they've got a shot if he can get out of bounds, and does. Well, you're going to have a chance here, depending on how much faith Kalen DeBoer has in his kicker. It's going to be a long shot, but they at least have the chance.
Prysock just stays so far off.
That's 23 yards on the pass to Bernard. Now this would be 57 if...
Timeout. Washington, they're second.
So Washington's going to take the timeout to think about it. The kick would be 57 basically. And the other thing you have to worry about is on long kicks we talk about, they can be run back.
Yep.
And you don't have people on the field that are used to tackling.
Earlier in the night, the wind was howling down there. Don't see much of any wind.
With the ball on the line of scrimmage, the 39. That's what would be pretty much a 57 for Grady Gross, rather, as a senior from Scottsdale, Arizona.
Yeah, I think they're going to just take a shot here.
And so that's going to be the play. They're going to try to run one to the end zone.
So they call this save the game pretty much everywhere offensively. And what you want to do is have a jumper. It's probably going to be Rome Odunze. See if he can be the leaper and either grab it or tip it up in the air to make a play in the end zone.
All right, Penix trying to buy himself some time and now launches one out there way out of bounds toward the Arizona band, and that will end the first half. Whoa, wait a second, flag down. Half not over yet. Let's see what this call. It has the smell of a little holding, but we'll see.
And Penix got hit.
Oh, okay. Hold on.
There are fouls by both teams. Hold. Offense, number 72. Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense, number 11. Those fouls offset. One untimed down.
There we go. So it's a replay of the down, same line, untimed. The offsetting. There's your hold
inside, and that's that shot there late, the right call. Remember, new rule in college football this year. If this happened in the first or the third, they just move on to the next quarter. But because it's the half, they do get the untimed down.
Yep. All right, so Washington and Penix can try this again.
Different formation, still 3 rushers, and you got 3 defenders at the goal line for Arizona. Knock it down is what you're telling the guys on defense.
Well, going to throw it underneath and see if it can run. Bernard and Arizona gang tackling, trying to rip the ball, and that does it. So we get to halftime. Michael Penix, 21 of 25, just ridiculously.
In NIL.
Yeah, he did say he did like NIL.
Yes.
Yep.
He said it's not what he thought he and everybody else intended it to be.
Second and 5. Stopped up near the line of scrimmage. You know, it's kind of reminiscent when you look at him communicating with his defensive back, the Camarion Richardson. Symbolic of, and then afterwards, my man, you good?
Yeah.
Let's go. That's the part that people need to know about and see.
Yeah, that's the part that often gets overlooked.
Yeah. Reminiscent of Coach Prime a couple of weeks ago with Jimmy Horn, who responded with the game-tying touchdown to send it into overtime. Deep shot up top and incomplete, intended for Jalen Hale. What a touchdown catch last week against Mississippi, and now it's 4th and 3. So the Bulldog defense gets off the field.
Yeah,
That's
did you see the effort by Jet Johnson, the linebacker? I mean, he was literally on his knees. Here he is, right here, right there, 44, to the right there. Watch him literally try and crawl to get to Jalen Milroe. I mean, you talk about effort and passion. Wow.
On display by Jet Johnson. Meanwhile, for Milroe, that was his first incompletion in 15 tries going back to the previous game. Fair catch called at the 28-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 from there. Here tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, the NFL London Games kicks off exclusively on ESPN+. The Falcons and Jags aren't just playing a game in London this weekend. They'll be playing in Andy's bedroom, too, because it'll transform into the world of Pixar's Toy Story. That's right. With the NFL players becoming the characters, competing in real time. To get ESPN Plus, go to ESPNplus.com or download the ESPN app.
Let's make sure we watch Louis Riddick. Thanks to him for making the trip to London and allowing me to step in and join you for this week.
Man, great to have you, partner.
Sure, he's going to enjoy the Toy Story version. He's allowed to watch a little bit of it.
1st and 10. Rodgers going to hand it off. That's Seth Davis. So we've seen Davis, Pittman, who was prolific on the previous drive, and Woody Marks as well in the backfield get touched.
He's able to get some good scramble yardage as well. You look at Washington, Michael
Penix tonight.
Yeah, but no one gives you the same threat that Woody Marks gives you out of the backfield in the pass routes.
That's 3 quarters in the books under the lights here in Starkville. 15 minutes to play. Bulldogs trying to snap that 15-game losing streak against Alabama.
The moment is here. The MLB Wildcard Series on the networks of ESPN.
Hi, I'm Rob.
And I'm Deborah.
And this is our TimberTech story. We built the TimberTech deck. We did it all ourselves.
And we're still married.
Still married. TimberTech lets us enjoy a space and an experience that we couldn't ever enjoy before.
It's like a really special place in the yard now.
The 3 for Me only at Chili's serves up bottomless drinks, bottomless chips and salsa, and a cheeseburger and fries for just $10.99. Hey, it's 3 for me, not 3 for us. This Chili's 3 for Me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Who do you think taps out first?
I think the duck goes the distance.
All right, you about ready to get out? What's this? A hospital bill? For $1,000? Did this guy just say Gap?
He's talking about expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
But with Aflac, you can get money to help close that gap.
Aflac, huh? Aflac! Okay.
Oh, does one go zero?
Get help with expenses health insurance doesn't cover.
Aflac!
Official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day.
You want to race?
For real?
On a Heartbreaking Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
So this is goodbye?
Tech's moving to a new conference.
So we're not rivals anymore? What about our history?
This realignment's bigger than us both, but here, I got you something to remember me by.
Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar?
0. Like the odds of you making the playoff. Gotta go.
I'll always hate you in your overrated school.
I'll hate yours too.
We're still gonna out-recruit you.
We have higher academic standards.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
You can feel it. A force that moves everything around it. With intensity and power that comes from deep down inside. Full-time fans, your passion is unshakable, and you deserve a reward. Modelo, the mark of a fighter.
Your paint is really bad.
What?
I said best coffee I've ever had.
Should've used Bear.
Sorry, sign where?
No, I said should've used Bear.
Today, let's paint. Right now, get America's most trusted paint brand at a new low price. Bear, only at the Home Depot.
Get the new iPhone 15 Pro with titanium from Boost Infinite and transcend to a wireless utopia. The new titanium iPhone 15 Pro on us with no trade-in needed. Infinitely better.
Welcome back, everyone. You're watching the SEC on ESPN. All season long, student sections across the country are competing to be the Taco Bell Live Más Student Section of the Year. Download the Taco Bell app to learn a lot more. Play fake by Rogers. Underneath, juggled but caught by Tulu Griffin for the first down.
Great route. He ran a shake route, kind of a fake the post and come back outside, and lost his defender. Great change of direction.
Scored a touchdown last week in their loss on a deep post.
He
hasn't been able to shake loose yet.
He ran that route on Arnold. You know, Arnold says he talks to receivers all game long. Not in a negative way. He said, I just talk to him.
Little double reverse here. But well read by the defense. Xavion Thomas with nowhere to go. Pushed out of bounds. He'll lose about a yard. And yeah, Arnold probably had something to say after that play.
What did he tell us yesterday? He's like, I'm an old soul, old school man. You just, you want to see me play tomorrow? Watch me. I got it. I'm super bad. Little James Brown.
Yeah. Old soul, all right. You ready to give the drummer some. Rogers gets it out. This is Harmon, and he's going to pick up about a yard on the play.
Have you ever been a part of meetings with players where you heard such an eclectic range
Unbelievable.
of music?
Musical taste. Yeah, Nathan Pickering, the nose guard, telling us he loves the country vibes of Johnny Cash and a few others.
Yeah.
We went from
Hank
James
Williams.
Brown to, Hank Williams, Johnny Cash.
Little Barry White.
Yep. One of the coaches. And, of course, a little baby Q. 3rd and 10. Rogers going to be sacked. Q, I don't know if there's a song sad enough to describe that last play.
Wow. Don't forget about little baby.
Yeah?
And my man Offset. My main man Offset.
You and him are tight
Clout.
now, right?
Clout. That's my tune.
Clout. Yeah, do anything for clout.
Well,
fourth down coming up. They have to go for it here.
yeah,
right?
Will Rogers like, we'll do anything to pick up a first down right now. And again, where is your guy? It's Griffin 5. He is your best and most productive receiver. Got to shake him loose.
Got a little bunch formation at the bottom of the screen there. Rogers trying to pull, can't fire, and is sacked. Alabama will take over at the 33 on downs. Dallas Turner, the first one to get there. That's the fourth sack of the day for the Crimson Tide defense.
Yeah, and we've talked about this defense and their ability to put pressure on you with 4. Take a look out here. Watch number 15. This is Dallas Turner. Watch the pressure he puts on that left tackle. Inside, Strength gets underneath him and collapses the pocket. That makes it possible for everybody else to be there, but he is so quick and strong and dominant off the edge.
And that sends the fans here at Davis Wade Stadium heading for the exits. A little over 12.5 minutes to go. Milroe tosses it to Niblack, dragging a defender with him. There's a flag down.
Holding offense number 45. 10-yard penalties the previous spot. A big first down.
That's going to go against Oots, the tight end. They'll bring it back. Let's take a look at our game track brought to you by American Express. Some of the cogent, pertinent points of the game tonight.
Yeah, looking at this, you wouldn't realize that Alabama was rattled to start the game. I mean, things were not going right. Sacks, false starts, a muff punt, bad, all the way around. And then Saban got after them, and look what Milroe's done. 9 pass attempts only, 10 rushes. Rogers really, first TD pass, had a pick right before halftime that changed the complexion of this game. 14 points off turnovers for Bama.
Tell you what, Jalen Milroe has shown pretty good discernment in the pocket and running this offense. Made a good decision to run out of bounds that time. It's going to be a loss of a few yards. Russell got there.
Yeah, he's getting knocked around. We saw him earlier having his left shoulder tended to, and it looked like he banged up something else over there on that tackle.
2nd and 23 now. Up by 17. Next week, Alabama will actually take on Texas A&M in College Station. Kyle Field. Milroe all day surveys. Finds his tight end. And that's going to be a first down all the way at the 20. Dupree. Boy, that really took the steam out of the Bulldogs defensively, didn't it?
And that's one of those plays that you don't realize how good it is until you go back and tape and look at it. Milroe was trying to go deep, and then he looked and he saw the double coverage and didn't force the ball. He came off of it and found his tight end for the first down. So that kind of decision making is huge for the quarterback for the Alabama offense.
1st and 10 from the 21. Milroe into the end zone. Got a man. No call. Incomplete. Niblack caught it, but didn't get a foot down, it appeared. Boy, great defense by Sean Preston Jr.
Yeah, and a great throw. Put it up there, give your guy a chance. Preston making Niblack go all the way.
Oh, he got a foot down. But...
yeah, left foot down, right foot on the inline.
Did he control it through the catch?
And remember, you have to control the ball through the catch, but let's see. Left foot, it looks simultaneous. That is so close.
Next play, it's Roydell Williams. And he's going to pick up about 4. What an effort, though, by both players on that previous play.
Yeah. And remember, the call on the field is so important.
Right.
It's so hard to overturn a call unless you have indisputable video evidence. Catch, left foot down, right foot just out. I mean,
Does he have the ball though?
Yeah, that left foot. I think his left foot is down, and I think he's got control of that ball. Does he hold it all the way through?
Yeah.
It's a moot point now because the play has already moved on.
Yeah. Hey, what about the throw? Right on the money.
False start, offense number 74. 5-yard penalty.
We know that every play, whether we pause for you guys to see it,
right?
Every play is reviewed, so they felt confident that that was not a touchdown in real time. Now, we look at it.
Yeah.
Again, it's hard to tell how much control he had when that ball's on the back of the helmet.
Yeah. Sometimes you like to see guys get credit for the catch, because of the effort. From the 22, 3rd and 11. Milroe underneath, complete to his back. McClellan going to be stopped up forward, progress at about the 17. So 4th down coming up for the very reliable Will Reichert.
Well, you see the growth in Milroe. Not forcing the ball, not trying to get the touchdown, checking it down, recognizing the situation. He's got a field goal in his back pocket. He's also hurting.
A little grass out of his helmet. In comes Reichert. Made 2 today from 48 and 38. This one from 34. He's made 22 consecutive field goals dating back to last year. Make it 23. And the meter still was running. The Tide coming in like a tsunami right now. Back after this.
We just shipped our millionth monthly coffee subscription box, so we're sending custom thank you gifts to our team. Our custom ink rep is just as excited as we are and knows what great quality products to get. Celebrate your milestones with custom gear. Get started today at customink.com.
This October 10th and 11th, Prime Big Deal Days give Prime members exclusive access to 2 days of big savings, which means you're kind of a big deal. Prime Big Deal Days, October 10th and 11th, only for Prime members.
Affordable design, endless possibilities. IKEA.
I get to love you. Forever I'm yours, forever I do. Every kiss begins with K.
Officially, it's a fridge full of beer. Unofficially, it's free AC. Coors Light, the official beer of everything unofficial.
Need to get your windshield fixed? SafeLight makes it easy. You can schedule in just a few clicks, and we'll come to you with a replacement you can trust. It's great. That's service on your time. Schedule now.
SafeLight Repair, SafeLight Replace.
Rich, velvety coffee. Cafe quality espresso. One high-pressure system that can do both. Brew to your heart's desire with the L'Or Barista System. Now brewing Pete's Coffee.
When things go sideways, will you be prepared? Hey, it's Cade Courtley, former Navy SEAL platoon commander, TV host, and best-selling author. Some people are concerned that they might have to go for a long period of time without power or electricity. That's why I want to introduce you to the Patriot Power Generator 2000X. Use the endless free power of the sun to power lights, your TV, medical equipment, even run your fridge. Now, with double the capacity and expandable to run your critical devices even longer. And that's without gas, fumes, or noise. So you'll sleep like a baby because it's safe to use inside. People are lining up for these generators.
I know that I can run my refrigerator for about 40 hours before I have to recharge this. This could be a lifesaver for you.
Go to 4patriots.com. You'll get a solar panel included free. This is about peace of mind. Get your solar generator and free panel at 4patriots.com.
Friday, 4 o'clock at the Junction. Doug ready to blow the whistle as these tailgaters are chomping at the bit to claim their spots. It's a mad rush as tailgaters claim their real estate.
What would it be without setting up the ping pong table first, right? You got to get your spot, get your table, maybe get your grill, bottles.
You sure that was ping pong?
Hey, PG-13 show, or just PG. Here's Tulu Griffin. And brought down after a short return, 8:59 to go.
You know,
daunting challenge
SEC
ahead.
night games, Q, they know how to get it together, don't they?
Shockingly well behaved, but they send the pledges. All the sororities and fraternities send the pledges to wait it out, and they got to like camp out for the full day.
Oh.
And then the whistleblowers are allowed to step into the prized real estate to set up the tent for the rest of the sorority and fraternities and the alums. I did not see any pledge pins though.
I was told today that the tailgating continues far after the game tonight, too.
Bulldogs trying to get this party jumping again. 2-yard gain. Thomas with the catch. Oh, it's not ping pong. It's
Told you so.
Okay.
Told you so.
There you go.
When have you been to a tailgate and done ping pong?
He's trying to rinse it a little bit. On 2nd down and 8, Rogers underneath, complete to Davis, and Davis falling forward to the 25-yard line. Mississippi State trying to avoid a 3-game losing streak. A couple of weeks ago, losing 41-14 at home against LSU, and then losing last week at South Carolina.
They got to get healthy.
37-30.
They got to get healthy. They got to get their defensive line players back. They get Western Michigan next week.
Steep learning curve for first-year head coach Zach Arnett. Rogers running and throws it out of bounds. Receivers run downfield, and it's 4th and 4. Look at the standings, the SEC East and West, and Mississippi defeating LSU today.
Yeah, how about Kentucky and Georgia next week? Kentucky looked great today in their win over Florida, and the West. I mean, the West is up for grabs. I mean, A&M and Bama will play next week. That ought to be fun.
Yeah.
Jimbo and Nick.
Texas, yeah. There's some thoughts and words exchanged over the summertime. Aggies playing with QB2 now. Rogers taking a shot, picked off. Caleb Downs with the INT.
What an outstanding freshman safety for Alabama, leading the team in tackles. Read this all the way, had his eyes on Rogers the moment he dropped back, and watch him. Number 2 to the left of your screen over here, making a good idea to just watch the quarterback. He's on him, he sees it. 3rd pick of the game for Rogers, and this defense, my friend, elite.
Yes.
Desmond Howard, here to see my college football collection.
Impressive stuff, little man.
Geico makes it easy to insure. My car and RV too.
Wow.
Gloves from your famous catch.
How'd you get those? Great smile. Is this from when the band ran on the field?
Yep, 1982.
What is this?
Oh, no, don't touch the,
Not so fast, my friends. Not so fast, my friends.
It will turn off eventually.
For all your insurance needs from home to car to RV, it's easy to Geico.
With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than this.
We need a clutch hit. Derek. Derek Jeter.
Hang in there, rookie.
Yep, even easier than that. With no fees or minimums and no overdraft fees, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
BK Royal Crispy Wraps. Eat it with the meal or have it as a snack. Only $2.99. It's a hunger hack and it fits in one hand. At BK, have it your way.
who's endured the bad seat. Finally, sweet, sweet redemption. The Lexus TX. 3-row luxury that treats every seat like the best seat.
Tacos, wings, pizza, curry, poke. Have you heard about poke?
Your first home sees a lot of firsts. From first loves to first steps. Sure, it can be a handful at times, keeping you up at night.
Come on now.
But with help from the Home Depot, you'll find the confidence to create the first place you call your own. The Home Depot, how doers get more done.
ESPN College Football Primetime is presented by Geico. It's easy to Geico.
And welcome back, everyone, to Starkville, Mississippi. Alabama in control. With 7:38 to go in the fourth quarter. The Tide that far away from improving to 4-1 on the season. Ty Simpson in at quarterback. Hands it off to Jam Miller.
And Milroe is done for the night. Yeah. And look, really efficient night for him at quarterback. 10 of 12, 164 yards passing. Ran the ball really effectively tonight. You see Ty Simpson there.
I'll tell you what. Call him climate change, because after that initial series, he changed the temperature of this game.
Yeah, he did.
In a big way.
53 yards scramble for a touchdown. Quieted the crowd. Got Nick Saban happy. Got the offense going.
I wouldn't say happy, but yeah. Quarterback Simpson tripped up in the backfield. Nice play there by Russell.
The other thing about Milroe is just the decision making tonight.
Okay.
When you add that to the way he played in the second half last week against South Carolina, you start to see how this team can come together. What did we learn tonight?
That this offense is a work in progress, and the defense will hold them up until they develop into whatever they're going to become.
And we see Milroe growing as a quarterback.
Yeah.
He didn't make bad decisions tonight.
3rd down and 10 for Simpson. Incomplete. Intended for Hale. It'll be 4th down. You know, getting back to Milroe, I used that analogy earlier, the one that Coach Saban talked about. I just want him to be like a good point guard. 14 assists, get the ball to the shooters.
Yeah.
Did he fit it tonight?
Yeah, he took it to heart. And like I said, his decision making, didn't force the ball. We saw him do that last week in the first half against South Carolina. Since then, no. You know, he made sure he did what he needed to do. As you see Latham on the right side. Did he jump there?
They're pointing at Russell, too.
Maybe Russell forced him.
Offside. Defense number 36. The movement by the defense caused the offense to wrap. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down.
Distribute the ball to your weapons, but who are the primary weapons, and what do we learn about the Crimson Tide wide receivers tonight? I mean, Jermaine Burton really quiet. Jalen Hale, who I like, is only a freshman, 14 in white. He got some reps recently, but no one's jumping off the page at me right now, Rod.
Yeah, you know, Q, they don't have anything on the outside like they've had the last several years, where they had first-round pick after first-round pick. I mean, that receiving core is a work in progress.
And Reichert, in the meantime and in between time, goes 4 for 4 tonight.
He's money, huh?
Cash, 24 in a row, dating back to last year, as the margin swells to 40-17. On the verge of making it 16 consecutive wins against Mississippi State. Coach Saban is smiling. He just hasn't told his base yet.
And we're done.
What about these?
Looks right.
Quick, the quicker picker-upper. Bounty absorbs spills like a sponge. And Bounty is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less and get the job done with 1. This works.
Kinda.
Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
Team, it's been a grind, but I think I've aged you well. Some might say perfect. Who's ready to show 'em who's the cheesiest?
I woke up feeling the cheesiest, coach.
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the college football playoff.
Rich, velvety coffee. Cafe quality espresso. One high-pressure system that can do both. Brew to your heart's desire with the L'Or Barista system. Now brewing Pete's Coffee.
Trick or treat! Kit Kat, Reese's!
Oh, great costume. Looks like you deserve both.
See ya, boys.
What you doing? Don't we have washing machines here?
Not on bath day, we don't.
Ooh, cocky. You stink. Get in there.
Your paint is really bad. What? I said best coffee I've ever had. Should've used Bear. Sorry, side where? No, I said should've used Bear.
Today, let's paint. Right now, get America's most trusted paint brand at a new low price. Bear, only at the Home Depot.
For the love of football, for the love of La Liga.
Welcome back, everyone, to Starkville. ESPN College Football Primetime presented by Geico. Mark Jones chopping it up with Rod Gilmore. Quinn Kessenich down in the field. Glad you tapped in tonight. This SEC West battle. Second half, it's been one-sided in favor of the Tide. Thomas on the return, getting up the sideline. And a good form tackle by the kicker. That's why you see the extra love being shown. You gotta love when that happens. Connor Talty.
And you know, when you're a kicker, it's willing to, front up a guy and wrap up.
Come on, man.
Shoulder tackle. I mean, they're probably gonna clip that and put it on the reel.
Yeah.
For highlights.
He tried to play it cool, like, yeah, I do this.
I might not tackle during practice, but I do remember from high school how to do it.
You're going to go right over there to defensive coaches and say, hey, coach, let me spin. Let me get some reps. Davis in the backfield. Rogers hands it off. Here's Davis turning the corner. Determined, authoritative run, picking up the first down.
You know, Jonesy Q was talking about the ineffectiveness, so to speak, of the wide receivers for Alabama. Well, you can't have a first-round pick every year. And you look at what they've done. Even Alabama? Okay. And it seems like they've had a whole bunch. Look at this. They've had the most wide receivers drafted since 2019. And it seemed like almost every one of them was a first-round pick.
Right. Rogers pulls, completes it just shy of the 40-yard line to Harmon. There has been a procession of prolific professionals that began in Tuscaloosa.
Judy, Ruggs, Waddle, Devontae Smith, Jamison Williams.
Hey man, Coach Saban jump on that PJ and pop into gym class at lunchtime in South Florida and come back and have a couple commitments in his pocket too. Lee on the run. Got the first down.
You asked Nick Saban the other day about staying in touch with his former players. He's like, I got 83 guys in the NFL. I can't talk to every one of them. They come back around when they're not playing, but I can't make 83 phone calls every day.
A bunch of them.
But, I do agree with Q that in order for Bama to win a championship, they're going to need big plays out of their wide receivers at some point.
Rogers taking a shot and incomplete. One of those defensive players for Alabama that are in the league right now. Jordan Battle, former safety, now with the Bengals, doing a great job. Was a star here for Alabama and in the SEC, one at best in the secondary. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Mississippi State will live to fight another day. Zach Arnett told us yesterday, season goes on no matter what happens against Alabama.
He didn't want to make this game too insignificant and too big. Lee on the run, close to another first down, but there's a flag down.
Illegal formation. Offense, more than 4 players lined up in the backfield. 5-yard penalty. Repeat 2nd down.
So Zach Arnett knows that he's got a rough schedule ahead, but you know the goal is to make a bowl game. They were 8-4 last season, played on January 2nd.
Right.
You know, he took over this program after Mike Leach, our friend, suddenly and shockingly passed away of a heart attack. And Zach Arnett is one of the youngest coaches in college football.
A Rocky Long disciple as well. Nice pass complete. That's Roberson. And we stopped up short of the first down. 3rd down coming up for the Bulldogs with 3:45 to go.
Just thinking about what the Bulldogs need to do is we see another Alabama player down. Can't see the number. Is that Latham? I think it is.
We'll find out on the other side of this break.
It's your Uncle Cooper. Your SUV is a multi-purpose tool, like a corkscrew fish scaler. And that means your tires should be multi-purpose too. Like these Cooper rugged Treks. They're tough, but also run smooth as butter. And with dual sidewalls, it's like having a multi-tool that can look like a completely different multi-tool. Don't take that idea, by the way. I'm gonna patent it. Go with the Coopers. Cooper!
Ford. You see the name driving down almost every road in America. But you'll also find it in other places. On the grip of hammers raising homes, in toy boxes, and classrooms. Because over 2,900 Ford dealerships nationwide means more people serving more communities like yours for more than 120 years. Ford, we are all in on America.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels. They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
ShipStation saves us so much time. It makes it really easy and seamless. Pick an order, print everything you need, slap the label onto the box, and it's ready to go.
Our cost for shipping, we're cut in half, just like that.
Go to ShipStation.com/TV and get 2 months free.
What's the next chapter? That's the real question. With Fidelity Income Planning, a dedicated advisor can help you grow and protect your wealth, even when you're not working. They'll look at your full financial picture and help you create a flexible strategy designed to balance growth potential and guaranteed income, so you can stop worrying about the future and enjoy the life you've created. That's the planning effect from Fidelity.
I'm Scott Van Pelt getting set for Sports Center. We'll hear what Nick Saban's got to say after an emphatic road win in the SEC. Georgia survives at Auburn, LSU and Ole Miss. Absolute gong show in Oxford. Everything that you need to see and hear from a busy college football Saturday after the game. Back to Stark Vegas, Mark and Rod.
Back here in Starkville, Bulldogs with the football. 3rd and 5, and Marshall making this stop on the play. Scott Van Pelt coming up. Right after the game, 3:16 to go. Alabama going to improve to 4-1.
You know, we saw Latham go down.
Right.
It was good to see him go off the field, so we hope it's nothing serious for him.
From the 28. Been a real quiet night for Tulu Griffin. Rogers got rid of it. Incomplete. Broken up by Kool-Aid.
That recovery speed. Yeah. Kool-Aid, you know, his given name is JaQuincy, but his grandmother named him Kool-Aid after, remember the Kool-Aid ad?
Yeah.
With the mug of Kool-Aid?
Oh, man. A lot of sugar in that thing.
Yeah.
A lot of sugar in that. Hey, man, one drink and that's diabetes. Automatic. My favorite color was red, Rod. I don't know about you. I think red Kool-Aid.
Purple, man.
Purple Kool-Aid?
Was that called grape or something?
Kool-Aid McKinstry with a nice pass break up there. He is rarely tried by teams when they throw. They usually go to the other side and try Arnold. Haynes in the backfield takes the handoff straight ahead. Plows forward for about 3 yards. 2:40 to go. Hey, Kool-Aid actually has an NIL deal with Kool-Aid. I mean,
really?
Oh, yeah. That's natural. He does,
yeah.
though, yeah. I mean, you could walk into that one.
I wonder how much Kool-Aid he has to drink or actually drinks.
Free product?
Low cash and low product.
His game is sugar-free, no business. All business.
See what you did there.
2nd and 7. A yawning hole up the middle. Great balance by Haynes. Justice Haynes with a nice gain.
Talk about being athletic. How about that? Hand down, keep your balance. Getting some other backs in there to get a little work.
Great agility there. McClellan, Williams, Haynes. So Miller in as well. First and 10. 2-yard gain on the play by Haynes. Hey, speaking of Alabama players in the league who are doing exceptionally well.
83 of them, yeah.
Hey, my Miami Dolphins, Dade County guy, you know, down Miami. Tua is killing it right now.
Yeah.
70, they hung 70 on Denver.
On Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos, yeah.
7-0.
23 of 26. Ouch.
Gave them work.
Hey, you know, Dolphins can make a run this year.
It might take a while for that 1972 West Super Bowl group to pop those customary bottles of champagne that they do every year as soon as that edition's year of the Dolphins loses its first game. Haynes on the run.
But it's good to see Tua healthy and playing so well after having a couple years
Great
of
point.
concussions and the like. It's just good to see him out there, living his best life, playing his best ball.
Hey, his brother's playing great football at Maryland too. They're undefeated at 5-0. Mike Loxley doing a great job. Former Nick Saban assistant, part of the coaching tree. 3rd and 6 coming up. Coach Saban is only upset about one thing, that he still can't play lunchtime basketball, those pickup games. because of hip surgery.
He keeps track of the winning streak.
44 straight. And tonight is his
Love it.
150th SEC win. The final tally, 40-17. As they defeat Mississippi State for the 16th consecutive time. They improve to 4-1. Rod Gilmore, Quinn Kesnick, and our talented crew in the truck you never get a chance to see. I'm Mark Jones saying good night from Start Vegas. So long, everybody.
Let's go. We get one of these a year, big fella.
Yeah.
Welcome. This is SportsCenter live from the nation's capital. I'm Scott Van Pelt. Staver Steve is alongside. We're going to hear from Nick Saban after, what did Mark just say, 150th SEC road victory in the league. Big theme on Saturday, #1 Bulldogs among the teams who faced their first road test. Pac-12 fireworks continue. We'll check in on all the unbeatens, including another monster performance from Caleb Williams in Boulder. But we begin with the best thing I saw today. O-Town, Yo-Town, the bounce house. The fact that UCF needed a 4th down conversion late in this game was insane. They had a monster lead. We're going to show you this highlight. It's 4th and 5. Timmy McClain, you're going the wrong way. How do they know where we're going? UCF's got to have it on 4th and 5. RJ Harvey, oh my goodness, they picked up the first down. We'll show you the entirety of this game. Steve, you were big on Baylor, huh?
Yeah, needed them.
Were people heckling you on the bird?
I don't go on there anymore.
I don't blame you. Just an incredible play to keep this game alive. But again, the fact that Baylor led at this point is something that if you're just getting back in from a busy day, you're not going to believe. All right, for the first time in 20 years, LSU and Ole Miss both ranked when they take the field against